Dad, is now a good time?
Huh? Lily? I haven't heard from you in a while. What's up? You know, I'd love it if you showed your face around here sometimes. I miss you, you know. I've been settling into my new life of living alone ever since you flew the nest a year ago to get married pretty well, but I'd still like to see you sometimes. I'm your dad, sweetie.
Yeah, well, you see, it's not that I don't want to.
Huh? What is it then?
Well, there's something I was hoping I could talk to you about.
Oh, alright. Well, sure. Go ahead.
Ugh, my husband Frank just got back, so I'll have to shoot. Let's do this another time, okay? Sorry, Pops.
Sure. Got it. If you're ever in trouble, I want you to know you can message me anytime. Hey, Lily. You messaged your dad behind my back yesterday, didn't you? I know everything.
Huh? No, I didn't.
Do not lie to me, woman. I got done looking through your phone hours ago. You cut it off mid-discussion because I came home earlier than planned, didn't you? You lying lowlife. Don't bother trying to keep up the act, woman. Believe me, I'm already pissed enough as it is.
But my phone was locked. How did you...
The password was your dumb bitch mom who died 10 years ago's birthday, right? As if I wasn't gonna guess that. You think like a simpleton. It was so easy to guess, I got it on my first try.
Oh my god.
I made your instructions perfectly clear when we got married. I told you were to cut off all ties with your worthless loser of a dad, didn't I?
Please, Frank, don't do this. I'm begging you. Will you just cut me some slack on this one thing, please? He raised me all on his own after my mom passed away. I can't cut him out of my life.
So let me get this straight. Basically, you mean you're perfectly fine with me having my dad using his power and influence to make your dad's factory go bankrupt. That right?
That's,
If you don't like it, get him out of your life ASAP.
But please,
You know what happens, don't you, Lily? I know you know what happens when you act like this. So why even bother? It'll only end in misery for you.
Dad, help me.
Lily? What's wrong?
Frank kicked me out of the house.
He kicked you out? But we're in the middle of a major typhoon. It's not safe to be outside right now.
Yeah, that's why he kicked me out.
What the hell is going on here, Lily?
He's been telling me to cut all ties with you and never speak to you again for a long, long time now, but I couldn't do it, and when he saw me hesitating, he grabbed my phone and tossed it out into the backyard. It was like he was possessed by a demon. He pushed me flying out of the front door and locked it behind me.
In the middle of a typhoon? Where are you right now?
I'm taking shelter under the bus stop near our house. Do you know the one I mean?
Wait, do you mean the bus stop near the Johnson River? The one by the bridge?
Yes. I thought I could ride the bus to the station from here and make it to your place on my own. But when I got here, I realized I don't even have my purse.
Got it, I'll be there soon. But it's dangerous to be near a river during a typhoon this bad. Can you at least make it somewhere safe while I head to get you?
He threw me out in my pajamas, so I'm barefoot. I think I stood in some glass or something, and it hurts like hell to walk.
You don't even have shoes on. Alright, just hold tight, sweetie. I'll be there as soon as I can. Frank, is now a good time? Oh, aren't you Lily's dad? Been a long time, huh? Hope you're doing well, sir. Isn't the typhoon today awful? I'll see. So you're aware we're in the middle of an awful typhoon, then? Huh, yeah, of course. I'd have to be blind and deaf not to know this is a really bad one. The boss called and told me not to go into the office today, so I'm working remotely instead. I'll see. So you kick my daughter out barefoot in the middle of a horrible typhoon, while you sit working in safety at home without a care in the world. Huh. What exactly are you talking about? Lily's doing the dishes in the kitchen as we speak. Oh, that reminds me. She accidentally dropped her phone in the sink, so she can't message you right now. We're gonna drive out to the phone shop to get her a new one once the typhoon calms down, so sorry, but we'd appreciate it if you waited a little before trying to contact her. I don't plan on letting Lily go back to you. Huh? She's here with me right now. What? What the hell do you think you're playing at, boy? But I broke her phone. How the... Yeah, she told me all about how you tossed her phone into the yard in the middle of the worst typhoon the state of California has seen in 26 years. Fortunately, it landed on the lawn and is well known as being one of the best phones on the market for water resistance. After picking it up and getting herself to safety, she messaged me explaining all the horrible abuse you've been subjecting her to and begged me for help. I rushed out to help her in the middle of the typhoon as soon as I got the message. I barely recognised her, Frank. She weighs 35 kilograms for crying out loud. Seriously? It would appear you've been constantly pressuring her to break off all ties with me. Do you mind explaining why you did that? Whatever. I guess if you know it can't be helped, there's no use in trying to keep up the act anymore. I see. Does that mean you're finally going to man up? Show me your true colours? You want to know who I really am? I'm the son of the CEO of a major company, and I'm set to be president one day. And you, Andrew, you're nothing but the owner of one of my father's dozens of minor, insignificant subcontractor factories. You're nothing but a worm beneath my feet. We live in different worlds, peon. Different worlds. So what? I took your trashy production line working daughter and claimed as my own. What's the issue here? She should be grateful someone as powerful and respected as myself would even give her a look in. In return, it was her duty to live to serve me for the rest of her life and do my bidding at all times. But that goddamn stubborn blockhead refused to cut you out of her life. She had the nerve to disobey me, her husband, the lord of the manor, and the supreme master of her life. You can't seriously expect me to forgive impudence of that magnitude. It might seem cruel, but this is the only way to educate her in the ways of wifeliness and make her see sense. I kicked your dumbass daughter out barefoot to educate her in the ways of being a good wife. Sure, we might be in the middle of a typhoon, but hey, that ain't my problem. If anything, being kicked out in the middle of a typhoon might make her think even harder about her disgusting behavior. I see. You're saying some very messed up things here, Frank. Messed up? The only one who messed up here is you. How the hell did you raise your daughter for her to end up like this? This is why single parents should be eradicated from society. She doesn't belong to you anymore. You do know that, right? She's my wife, and I intend to educate her as such. Wonder if you'll have the decency to cut off ties with her and stop getting in my way. Just what the hell do you think my daughter is? I'll let you have her hand in marriage because I thought you'd make her happy. And what did you do? You trampled her hopes, expectations, and dreams underfoot as you terrorized, tormented, and abused her. What's your hecking goddamn point? The only one who needs educating here is you. Wow. Who's going to educate me? You? The owner of some insignificant, poxy rundown factory in the middle of bum shit nowhere. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Yeah, I sure am. Oh, I can't wait. This should be hilarious. Andrew, hello? Please, I'm begging you, forgive me. Please. What are you talking about? The thing with the business deal. You have to take it back, please. Please undo it. I'm begging you. This is going way too far. All I did was present your dad, the CEO of my biggest client company, collection of conditions for him to meet if we were to carry on doing business together. One of the conditions is to kick me out of the running for CEO when he steps down, isn't it? Make it sound a little dramatic, but yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, your dad's company is one of my biggest clients. However, there are many more companies I could do business with if we were to lose the contract for whatever reason. I can't say the same for him though. The parts he orders from my factory are extremely difficult to get a hold of elsewhere in the market due to patent issues. Not to mention the skill level of our technicians. Basically, if I said I wasn't going to renew the contract, your dad's company would be facing some pretty severe management difficulties before long. You thought the fact that your wife's dad was just a subcontractor, gave you full license to do whatever you pleased to her, didn't you? Sadly for you, it backfired. And now, thanks to your arrogance, the very future of his company is in jeopardy. You shouldn't bring personal grievances into business. This is wrong. It's immoral. You call yourself a professional. Personal grievances? Oh, this is nothing of the sort. How is it not? Oh, sure, this might have started out with private affairs, but no matter how you look at it, kicking my daughter out of the house in her pajamas, barefoot and terrified in the middle of a typhoon, is totally insane, devoid of reason. How could I allow someone so utterly lacking in humanity, without even a shred of basic decency, and not to mention common sense, to become the CEO of my biggest client company? Looking at this from a purely business perspective, after what you did, it'd be impossible for me to do business with you and have peace of mind that things on your end would be well run. As a result, I had no choice but to voice my concerns with the current CEO. Here's what I said. Were your son to inherit the company, I would be forced to terminate our contract. Accordingly, in order to continue our business relationship, I require that you appoint an alternative CEO and give me full guarantee that he will never wield any power in the executive decision-making process. Wait, so in that case, if I can get Lily to forgive me, then we can carry on with the contract like nothing happened, right? Excuse me? Right, understood. Give me some time. I'll have this whole thing sorted out in a jiffy. Hey, Lily, you dumb bitch. Undo the stupid mess you made. Make your dad forgive me. Now. If you do, I'll give you back your position of the wife of the future CEO.
Are you a complete moron?
Huh?
Do you have no conception of how you lost your position as future CEO in the first place? Do you have no conception of why my dad is pissed off with you? Do you fail to understand why I want to divorce you and never see you again?
Divorce?
Yep, I knew it. You still don't understand, do you? Not even after everything that happened as a result of the way you treated me. You were so convinced you had power over my dad due to the situation with your dad's company that you thought you could say and do whatever you pleased to me without any fear of consequences. Sadly for you, you couldn't have been more wrong. I have some self-reflecting of my own to do too. Don't get me wrong, nowhere near as much as you do, but I still need to ask myself some serious questions about what happened.
Right. You're right. So you are thinking about the way you behaved then. I'm really pleased to hear that, babe. All right, we'll chalk this one down to being entirely your fault and move on then. Okay, I'm ready for you to come home and apologize to me so we can go back to normal and put all this stupid crap with me losing my CEO post behind us.
Wait, what? Did you think I was making some kind of apology to you? You're more deluded than I thought. What I meant was that I need to ask myself why I knew so little about my dad's factory. I am mad with myself for not taking more of an interest in him and his work. But you? I never did anything wrong, and I don't have anything to apologize for.
What the hell is this? I'll never become CEO if we don't come up with a peaceable resolution here. Don't you want to be the CEO's wife?
So your response to me telling you we're getting a divorce is to try and tempt me with the prospect of being your wife in this fantasy world where you still get to become CEO? Are you too much of a moron to see how little sense that makes? If I cared about being the CEO's wife, I wouldn't be divorcing you in the first place, you idiot!
What did you just call me?
Besides, even if you weren't physically and emotionally abusive, I still wouldn't have any interest in being with you on behalf of the fact that you have been cheating on me.
Huh?
Surely you didn't think I wouldn't notice. You always did suck at hiding things. You and your lover can both expect a letter from my lawyer explaining how much compensation you're gonna owe me. You better not try and escape.
Andrew, are you there? Oh my god. I mean, I guess I could answer the phone. But you see, Frankie boy, thing is, I'm like to lose my temper as soon as I hear your miserable, wretched voice on the other end of it. Drive over to your house and beat you within an inch of your life. What? Something tells me it'd be in your interest never to message me again. What? But, I guess if you're absolutely desperate to tell me something, I could give you a call. You should know that everything I just said about being highly likely to come and beat the crap out of you still stands. So, what's it going to be? No, no, please, don't hurt me. What did you guys learn from today's story? To me, it was a reminder that more often than not, people who look down on those they perceive to be weaker than them are always the first to brown-nose their superiors like subservient little lapdogs. I figured I'd do Frank, who was a living example of exactly that variety of vile human being, a huge favour by seeing to it that he met a fate fitting for the way he treated my daughter. After my daughter got done divorcing him, and after he lost his job at his dad's company, I put in a word for him with my friend who runs a company called Demon Quarry Foundation. Strictly speaking, they mine rocks and rare metals, but in reality it has a reputation as being somewhat of a reform organisation for society's delinquents. It has a track record of setting even the most wayward and unruly on the straight and narrow through good old-fashioned, intense manual labour. As well as re-educating him, his employment with my buddy also serves the purpose of helping him earn the money he owes my daughter in compensation. You should have seen his face when he found out he'd be working at the Demon Quarry Foundation. Judging from how pale he went, he knew all about them. Mentally unprepared for the arduous journey that lay before him, he was loaded into a black van like a lamb being led to the slaughter. See ya, Frank.
Hey, Mum, answer me a question. Aren't you ashamed to be leeching off Dad's salary like a parasite?
Huh?
This is why stay-at-home housewives are a blight on humanity and a drain on society.
Kane, where is this coming from all of a sudden? It's not like I just became a stay-at-home housewife yesterday.
I know that. You've been leeching off Dad ever since you married him, right? You really landed on your feet when you found him, huh? Basically, you haven't had a proper job and been a productive member of society ever since you tied the knot.
Well, I'm sorry to hear you think that way, but still, why now? It's hardly like I became a stay-at-home housewife yesterday.
I'm telling you these hard truths now, because now is when you need to hear them. It's been 6 years since my sister flew the nest, right? And 2 for me. Think of me putting you in your place right now as an insurance policy. Or think about it. If, God forbid, something should happen to Dad, who's going to be left to feed, clothe and shelter you? Me and my sister. Hey, Sue.
Well, that's simply not true at all. I became a housewife after a lengthy discussion with your father. Believe me, it wasn't a decision we took lightly at all. I don't need you to tell me that it'd be awkward for you and your sister to have to look after me. That much is obvious. We have contingencies in place to ensure that doesn't happen, so you don't need to worry.
You say that, but you're still a stay-at-home housewife.
And what's wrong with that? If there's something you want to say, how about you come here and say it to us in person?
Huh?
If you're so set on putting me in my place, then come over here and do it to my face. Your father will be here, I'll call your sister, and we can all discuss it together as a family.
Well, to be honest, I have more important things to do right now.
Your father and I are totally fine with the current situation, and we built this household on the mutual understanding that it was what we both wanted. If you feel so passionately about repudiating the way we live, then you should at least have the courage to come here and do it to our faces. We're happy to discuss it with you, I assure you.
Well,
when should we be expecting you? Your sister will have to make time in her schedule, so I suggest you decide quickly. Now.
No, that's not what I meant, actually.
Then what did you mean?
Well, I have important business to attend to and I have to go.
You wait right there, Kane. I'm not finished with you. Mom, did you see the X account I just sent you? Victoria. Yes, I saw it. As much as it pains me to say it, as far as I can see, there's only one rational explanation for this. It's Kane. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Looking at his past tweets, there are a few photos mixed in that make it obvious it could only be him. Oh, good grief, whatever are we going to do with that boy? It would be one thing if he kept his antics confined to the house, but to think he's doing it on social media for all to see like this? Ugh, I'm embarrassed to have him as my brother. Seriously, how the heck did he get this way? It defies belief. To be honest, I wasn't sure whether I should show you. Soon enough, he's gonna have no choice but to face a certain harsh reality. So I thought maybe I should keep it quiet for the time being, but nope, I just couldn't keep it quiet. I had to show you. Oh, don't worry, sweetie. You did the right thing, and I'm grateful to you for it. Thank you. Kane, are you attacking stay-at-home housewives on social media?
Huh?
Your sister contacted me after finding what appears to be your X account.
Huh? What the heck? All I ever post on X is trivial reflections of my daily life and pictures of my cat.
Not that one. Your secret account.
Huh?
Yes, we found you, boldly spewing your poisonous hatred and bile towards stay-at-home housewives to the world from a fully public account. When I saw the photos from your daily life obviously indicating it was you mixed in with the hate, I naturally found myself overwhelmed with disgust at how you think it's acceptable to talk about housewives like that. But also disappointment and regret at how stupidly irresponsible you could be to give yourself away so blatantly.
I don't remember uploading photos like that.
The watch your dad sent you to celebrate your graduation ceremony, the mole on your arm and the picture of you wearing the watch, the background of the university campus apartment you currently live in, the illustration books your sister made for the whole family in the background of that picture of your cup of noodles were an especially big giveaway. How can you deny it's your account when you made it so blatantly obvious?
God damn and blast it. Crap.
What on earth do you think you're doing here, son? We never raised you to be this way.
I'm just telling the truth. Is that a crime? Is it wrong to say what I really think?
You're free to think what you like. I can't say I agree with you, but it wouldn't necessarily be a problem if you kept your hateful ideas to yourself. But to think you're boldly broadcasting your poison for the whole world to see, this is unacceptable, Kane.
Shut up, you annoying old hag.
Yes, I'm sure I am nothing but an annoying old hag to you. But there are some things I have a duty and obligation to say to you as your mother.
And there are some things I have a duty and obligation to tell the world, as a productive and contributing member of society.
There are some things you shouldn't say. How is it that you made it to adulthood without learning such a simple lesson?
Who the heck do you think you're preaching at, you goddamn hypocrite? You just spent the last 20 years living like a princess without ever lifting a finger as a stay-at-home housewife because dad's too much of a pushover to put you in your place. How is it that the only skill you've learned in 50 years is how to leech and parasite off of others? You're a lazy, idle, indolent, slothful, loafing, inactive, inert, slow-moving, work-shy piece of garbage. Know your place, worm.
Oh my God, Kane, are you being serious? Is this all some kind of ridiculous act, or are you actually like this?
What's the problem? It's the truth, ain't it?
I see. And what the hell do you know about us? It's a simple question. What do you know about me and your father?
Mum?
I told you to come to the house so we could talk this over in person before, but I've changed my mind. You just crossed the line. Don't you dare show your face around here until we've decided what to do with you, boy. Do you hear me? Do I make myself clear? Hello, Kane, you moronic twerp.
Hey, Victoria. Don't speak to me like that, you stupid bitch. Me and you have beef to settle. Why the hell did you go and tell Mum about my secret account?
Believe me, it wasn't an easy decision to make. I can't believe you actually think it's acceptable to spew such hatred and bile towards an entire segment of society online. But the fact that I'd stumbled onto it meant it was only a matter of time before Mom did. Which is why I thought the earlier I told her, the more chance there'd be of you changing your ways in the long run.
Well, thanks to you, Mum gave me the lecture to end all lectures yesterday. God damn you. You think I needed to hear any of that crap?
Did you know she was a hard-working career woman before she got married?
What? Say what now?
But then, one day, Dad's little sister, who was a single mother, abandoned her 5-year-old daughter and 1-year-old son in her apartment and pulled a vanishing act.
Wow, what?
To Dad, they were his niece and nephew. But when he found them in his sister's apartment, it had been 10 days since their mom left them there, and they were so skinny and malnourished he barely recognized them.
Victoria, why are you telling me this?
Don't worry about that. All you need to do is listen. Dad's sister was found later on. But when Dad confronted her about what she did, she said she was moving to Italy to marry her boyfriend, and that she didn't need the kids because, to quote her, they were nothing but an inconvenience. With that, the 2 children who'd just been abandoned by their mother were adopted by our newly married parents.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say the woman who abandoned those kids was Dad's little sister? Wait a second. If Mum and Dad adopted them, are you talking about us?
Yes.
What? So does that mean me and you, Mum and Dad are...
Yes. Dad's not actually our dad. He's our uncle. We do still have a blood relation to him. But as for Mom, well, yeah. I think you can put 2 and 2 together.
Oh my God. Is this some kind of sick joke?
This isn't the kind of thing I joke about, Kane. Anyway, like I said earlier, when Mom and Dad met, Mom was a hard-working career woman. She was at a crucial point in her life, finding herself standing at a crossroads and with little time to make a decision. Would she pursue the promotion and continue walking the path to CEO she dreamed of ever since she was a little girl? Of course, it would have meant breaking things off with Dad, getting a divorce, and finding a new partner, someone more suited to the kind of life she wanted to live. She did have other options, and it couldn't have been an easy decision to make. And the truth is, Dad actually told her he wouldn't hold it against her if she chose to divorce him. He felt awful about the thought of problems on his side of the family causing Mom to have to give up on her dream. But even in spite of that, she chose to give up on the career she'd always dreamed of to raise me and you as our mother.
What?
I'm sure a big part of her wanted to carry on pursuing her career, but the situation back then probably made that difficult. Mainly, I mean the situation with my condition.
What's that supposed to mean?
You probably don't remember because you were only 1 at the time. But I was 5, which meant I was old enough to understand what was going on. When I realized Mom had abandoned us, the shock hit me so hard my world was flipped upside down, and I became extremely emotionally unstable. Juggling caring for 2 small children with a full-time job would be difficult at the best of times. But me being a nervous wreck carrying around a bunch of trauma made it doubly so.
So that's why she quit her job?
Yes. There's no doubt about it. It must have been the most difficult decision of her life. Can you imagine? One day you're just going about your business as usual, focusing on pursuing your dream, things are going fairly well. Then out of nowhere, you're hit with the bombshell of having 2 small children dumped on you and forced to make a decision that would change your life forever. Of course, it was entirely her decision, but in the end, it inevitably meant giving up on the career she'd been pursuing with absolute single-minded devotion ever since she was a teenager.
Oh my God. Mum.
That's not all, Kane. The fact that me and you have no younger siblings means she gave up on having children of her own. Do you understand the gravity of that?
Oh my God. She did that for us.
Yes, she did it for us. She did it for all of us.
Oh my God. But I said some awful stuff to Mum the other day.
Yes, you did.
I had no idea, but that doesn't excuse what I did, does it? Oh my God.
No, it doesn't.
But even if I tried to apologise, Victoria, I think she's blocked me. None of my messages seem to be going through. That she told me not to show my face at the house anymore too, Victoria. What am I supposed to do? How can I make this right?
You can start by deleting that horrible secret account of yours. Oh, but before you do, you should make a public apology for everything you posted on there.
Okay, I'll do it.
I'll tell Mom about your change of heart as soon as I see the proof in your apology message. Also, you should still be able to message Dad, so it's not like it's completely impossible to get through to her. As for what you should say to Mom and how you decide to behave towards her from now on, I'll let you decide. You've got some serious thinking to do about the kind of person you want to be from here on out, Kane.
You're right. I do have some thinking to do.
Victoria, you told Kane the truth about your mother, didn't you? Oh, hey, Mom. Yes, I did. Dad told me he gave you permission when you told him how horribly Kane had been behaving lately. I'm sorry you had to do that, sweetie. It can't have been an easy thing for you to do. It's okay. You don't need to apologize. Besides, I'm the one who should be saying sorry. I went and told him the truth about us being adopted behind your back. You were actually planning to tell him once he reached age 20, right? Yes, that's right. Oh, but it's fine. As long as your dad said he was okay with it, then it's fine by me. It looks like Kane deleted his secret account. Yes, I just saw myself. He posted an apology message before deleting the account 2 days later. But still, I have no idea what would possess him to write such horrible things in the first place. About that, I asked him about it. It turns out, one of his seniors in university, who he looks up to and admires in a big way, got brutally rejected in front of the whole lecture hall by a girl he'd had the mother of all crushes on for the last year. That girl then dropped out of university, quit her job, and married the son of a rich family. Apparently, she currently spends her days broadcasting her life of carefree luxury as a stay-at-home housewife on social media, having everything provided for her and never having to lift a single finger. When Kane's friend told him about the situation and vented his frustrations about how much he hated her for what she did, instead of putting it down to the actions of one rotten apple, he decided the whole barrel was spoiled and launched into a vicious tirade against all stay-at-home housewives. They're a blight on humanity. They're social parasites. You know how it went. Anyway, my little brother, being naive in the ways of the world and easily influenced by his friend, whom he idolized, started parroting everything he was saying, and before you know it, he made a secret X account to disseminate his toxic sludge. I see. So that's how this all came about, is it? Come to think of it, I'm somehow not surprised. That boy always was easily influenced by his friends, wasn't he? Yeah, and I pointed that out to him. I told him he should use this as an opportunity for self-reflection and personal growth, and become someone who can think for himself without blindly parroting the opinions of others. I see. But wait, there's more. Apparently, Kane Sr.'s online attacks against his despised ex-crush got so vicious and severe they crossed the bounds of mere hatred and onto actual defamation territory. Kane thought it was strange when he stopped seeing him around the campus, and after asking around a little, found out the girl had hired a lawyer and was pressing charges against him. When he realized how expensive fighting the legal battle was going to be, he had no choice but to drop out. Goodness me, what a terrible situation! On the bright side, I think seeing what happened to his friend has opened Kane's eyes to how out of line he was being. I think in his own way, he's experiencing genuine feelings of remorse. I know you might not be able to forget all of those things he said to you overnight, but do you think maybe you could be lenient with him? You're right. Okay, I will. You know, dear, I've been thinking. I think I might finally be ready to start working again soon. Huh? Where did that come from all of a sudden? It doesn't particularly have anything to do with the situation with Kane. But with you two growing up now, my responsibilities around the house aren't as heavy as they used to be. Your dad recently suggested I take up evening classes, and it got me thinking. Forget evening classes, I want to work again, was the first thought that crossed my mind. You can take the career woman out of the job, but you can't take the job out of the career woman. For the time being, I'm thinking of starting with something small, like cleaning for an office building or supermarket. I plan on getting to work with job hunting over the next few days. Wow, cool. You can do this, Mom. And don't I just know it? Thank you, Victoria. A month later, a message from my son arrived in the mail. Victoria had already told me to expect a letter of apology, so I opened it immediately without hesitation. First, it simply said, "I'm sorry." Then it went on to say, "Thank you so much for raising me, Mom. I swear to graduate university at the top of my class and make a success of my life to show you how grateful I am for the hard work and sacrifices you made for me and my sister. I can't wait for you to see the man I become." Then it went on to say, "If you can find it in your heart to forgive me, I'd love nothing more than to carry on being your son. I don't want him to think I'm going easy on him, so I think I'll hold off sending him a response letter for the time being. But based on what I've heard, he's being sincere, because apparently he's currently working as a volunteer at an animal shelter and studying harder than he ever has in his life. Thanks for watching, folks. If you were impressed by Kane's maturity at the end there, let us know by liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. We can't wait to see you again next time.
Mom, what's with all the notifications? Did something happen? Did you get in an accident? Did Dad collapse? I'm so sorry, I haven't been checking my phone at all today.
It's nothing. Now quit your over-dramatic whining. Me and you need to talk, young man. I didn't raise my son to be a coward, so you get your butt to my house right now and face the music.
Huh? Wait a sec. Where did that come from all of a sudden?
All of a sudden? Are you delusional? Why does it always have to be like this with you? When will you learn to give it a rest? You pawn your daughter off on me every day. What the hell do you think you're playing at? Not only that, but you actually had the nerve to leave her out on my front porch when I didn't answer the door today? What would you have done if something happened to her? What if she wandered off and got into an accident, or worse, abducted by some pervert? She's only 2 years old, you heartless monster. You have barely been a dad for 2 years, but you never work and you spend all your time drinking and gambling. As if that wasn't bad enough, you pester your poor wife for money so that you can go and blow it all at that damn casino. Have you no shame? You're a disgrace. Do you have any idea how embarrassing this is for me? To know that my son is a leeching waste of space with a gambling addiction?
Whoa, what the hell? Hold on for just 1 second, Mom. What the hell are you talking about? I have literally no idea what anything you just said means. Who's looking after who?
Do not play dumb with me, boy. I won't have it anymore. I am obviously talking about you dumping little Bethany on me every day. I kept my mouth shut up until now because your wife Nora asked me not to say anything. But I can't take it anymore. I am stressed beyond my wits' end, and I won't tolerate your behavior for a second longer. This needs to end now. First you lose your job and don't tell me about it, and now you spend all day, every day at a casino spending your wife's hard-earned money. Do you have any idea how hard she works at her part-time job to earn that money? It's bad enough that she has to work all while raising a little girl. The last thing she needs is you throwing her money down the drain. Nora has no choice but to leave Bethany with me at my house so she can actually go to work. You are a disgrace and should be ashamed of yourself. You call yourself a man? A father? How can you even sleep at night? Do you have any idea how your despicable, selfish behavior is making your daughter feel? Aren't you worried about the impact it could have on her development?
No, seriously, can you just slow down? Look, I'm not kidding. I genuinely don't have any idea what you're talking about. Look, my daughter's here with me at the office.
Huh? What are you talking about? That's not possible.
No, that's my line. Of course it's possible. I brought her with me this morning. Look, she's playing in the company kindergarten as we speak.
The company kindergarten? I've never heard of anything like that before.
Sure. Haven't you seen it in the news lately? About the efforts to make child raising easier for parents who work? Well, a lot of the more progressive companies have started initiatives to provide kindergartens and childcare facilities at work. Fortunately, it just so happens that I work for one of the most progressive companies in America. They're spearheading the movement and were the first company to introduce fully equipped kindergartens with study materials, play areas, and trained teachers. She first started with the settle-in sessions about half a year ago. She's more or less used to it now. Already has a bunch of friends. It's really handy having her with me in the company HQ like this. It means I can go check on her during my breaks, and I never have to go far to pick her up when it's home time. She spends the whole day here while I do my job 2 floors down. So when you say you've been looking after my daughter, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. And I'm especially stumped on all this stuff about me quitting my job to drink and gamble with money I pestered out of Nora. I've literally never set foot in a casino in my life, and I hardly ever drink.
Huh? What the hell? How can that be? You mean Bethany's with you now? Then who's this girl I'm looking after?
You tell me. Well, I can assure you I have a job and I work almost every day. I don't even drink for crying out loud, but you're making it sound like I'm some kind of alcoholic. I bring Bethany to work with me every day.
So what the hell's going on? What was all that stuff Nora told me?
Yeah, I'd like to know what's going on too. How about you explain to me from the beginning?
Right, okay. Well, it all started about 3 months ago. I got a message from Nora out of the blue. Hey, Marjorie, how's it going? Is now a good time to talk? Oh, hey there, Nora. Oh, it's been a while. I'm doing great, thanks. How are you and little Bethany doing? Oh, that lazy good-for-nothing son of mine never tells me anything. Me and Bethany are doing just great, thanks. I'm really sorry we couldn't show our faces for your birthday or Christmas this year. Oh, it's fine. Oh, don't worry about it. You're so busy, you must be constantly rushed off your feet, right? I don't expect you to go out of your way to see me, dear. Oh, it's fine. I'm happy if you just update me with the occasional message every now and then. It's not like you're super far away, is it? I'm sure you'll stop by and pay me a visit when things calm down for you, but there's no rush, really. Oh, forgive me, I'm rambling. Did you want something? Yes, actually. I was hoping you could do me a little favor. A favor? Would you mind watching Bethany for a little while for me tomorrow? I just need you to watch her for half a day. Huh? Oh, you want me to watch Bethany? Oh, sure. I mean, I guess it's not a problem. Oh, did something happen? Oh, this is very sudden. Well, Marjorie, the thing is, I found a part-time job recently. Or at least, I think I might be in with a good shot of getting it. I have my interview tomorrow. Huh? A part-time job? Last I heard, you were struggling to find a kindergarten for Bethany. I thought you were going to carry on being a stay-at-home housewife until you found something. Yeah, about that. There were some circumstances. Listen, I'm not sure what the best way to tell you this is, so I'm just going to come straight out with it. It's about Craig. His company did a restructure, and he lost his job. What? Craig lost his job? Apparently they did a big personnel cut, and he didn't make it. But it's fine. Don't worry. He said he's going to work hard and find something else as soon as he possibly can. I'm sure he'll have something else lined up in no time. Really? Wow, I must say I can't believe it. Why didn't he tell me himself? Maybe I could have found him something through one of our relatives. To tell you the truth, I have a sneaking suspicion he found being indirectly fired a little too embarrassing to tell his mom about. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you, Craig can be very prideful, not to mention his stubborn personality. He's still recovering from the shock and can be pretty easy to agitate these days, so I think it's for the best that you don't mention any of this to him for the time being. I'd hate to see him lose all the motivation to find another job if you said something and he felt like we were all ganging up on him. He's under a lot of pressure right now. Anyway, I figured I should find myself some part-time work until he gets a job offer lined up, which is why I'm asking you about Bethany today. So, what do you say, Marjorie? Do you think you might be able to help us out? We're kind of in a pinch here. Oh, in that case, of course I'll help, darling. Oh, it's not like me or my husband are especially busy these days. If it's what you and Bethany want, we'll look after her for as long as you need us to. Wow, really? Oh, thank you so much. I'll bring everything she needs with me when I drop her off. All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, Marjorie, would you mind watching Bethany again for us today? I'm really sorry to message you this early. I wouldn't if there was any other way, I swear. But someone at the convenience store I work at called in sick for their shift at the last minute. And the manager called me on urgent notice and asked me to cover. Oh, sure thing. Oh, not a problem. We don't have any plans today. But is everything okay? Oh, we've been looking after her every day recently. Are you sure you're not being overworked? It's fine. I'm all right. I do get a little sleepy sometimes, but there's nothing a strong cup of coffee won't fix. Thanks for worrying about me, though. You're the best mother-in-law a girl could hope for. But are you sure everything's okay with you two? What exactly is Craig doing? I was sure he'd have found something else by now. How is the job hunt going? Well, you know how hard it can be to find a job these days. The market's a mess and the economy's in the gutter. Apparently it's not going so great. I knew it. Oh, right then, how about I speak to some of our relatives and see if we can't have something arranged for him? I didn't want to get involved, but we can't have the breadwinner being unemployed, especially not when you have a little girl to think about now. You must be very worried. No, I'm not. It's fine, really. Craig's hardworking, experienced, and he has more qualifications than he could fit on a single resume. He'll find something soon, I'm sure of it. Will he really? Oh, besides, I'm not sure it's the best idea for you to get involved. It could be a little inconvenient. Inconvenient? How do you mean? Listen, Marjorie, the thing is, I haven't told Craig you've been looking after Bethany all this time. I've told him I've been leaving her at a daycare center. Huh? But why would you do that? Isn't that lying? Because Craig is adamant he doesn't want you or anyone else in your family to know he lost his job because he's too embarrassed about it. He says he plans on telling you he switched jobs of his own volition when he finds a new one. You know how guys and their pride can be. If he found out I'd been leaving Bethany with you, he'd know I told you about him losing his job. His pride would be wounded and he'd be angry with me to boot. I can already hear him in my head now. How dare you cause trouble for my mother? Good grief, what is wrong with that boy? You mean to tell me you're having to go to these ridiculous lengths to protect his fragile pride? Oh, that's stubborn, lazy, good-for-nothing layabout. There's something else you should know. He's been drinking an awful lot lately. The strong stuff, too. Vodka, whiskey, gin, you name it, he's drinking it. I don't know if that's why, but his temper is as short as a matchstick these days. I constantly feel like I'm walking around on eggshells, worried I'll say the wrong thing and he'll blow up at me again. So, Marjorie, please, I'm begging you, will you promise not to tell him about any of this? If he finds out I told you he lost his job and that you've been looking after Bethany all this time, I'm not sure what he'll do. I'm sure he'll get a hold of himself once he finds another job. I think the stress is all just a bit too much for him right now. This whole thing will resolve itself before long, I just know it. So please, Marjorie, I'm counting on you. Understood. Oh, this is ultimately something that the two of you need to sort out between yourselves. All right, got it. I'll make sure not to say anything unless I have absolutely no choice. You have my word. Thanks so much. You're the best. All right, I'm counting on you. I'll stop by with Bethany soon. Nora, has Craig still not found a job? It's been a whole 2 months now. How long is this going to continue? It's not that we mind looking after Bethany, but neither me nor my husband are the spring chickens we once were, and you know how energetic that girl can be sometimes. Oh, to tell you the truth, we're struggling to keep up with her. Looking after her every day is proving to be challenging. I really am so sorry. I feel so awful leaving my little girl on my aged in-laws like this. But Craig still hasn't found a job. I feel awful. We're putting a lot of strain on you, huh? No, dear, it's fine. I'm not blaming you or anything. I know it can't be helped, and I don't think for one moment you're doing anything wrong. To the contrary, I can tell how hard you're working. This is my lazy, good-for-nothing son's fault. I'm so sorry we haven't been able to improve things. I know it's dragging on now. But to be completely honest with you, it's actually getting worse. I hate to have to ask you this. I really do. But there's another favor I need to ask of you. A favor? What is it? I know this is going to sound brazen and arrogant, and believe me, I feel awful for even asking. But please, could you lend me some money? Money? Are you two really struggling that badly with your finances? I'd rather you didn't mention this to anyone else, but to tell you the truth... Listen, Marjorie, it's Craig. He got addicted to gambling. What did you just say? Gambling? I'm pretty sure it's due to the mental fatigue and stress from all the job hunting he's been doing lately. But apparently one of his old buddies from high school invited him out for some drinks, followed by a few rounds of poker. He didn't have any money of his own to go with, but at the same time, I'm guessing he felt embarrassed about admitting that to his friend, so he took a huge wad of banknotes from our savings account without my permission. Oh my God! What on earth is he doing? I'll kill him, that silly boy! Right, that's it. This simply will not do. There's nothing else for it. I have to say something to him. No, please don't. It's fine, really. He hasn't been himself lately, and his head's not in a good place right now. I'm sure he'll realize the error of his ways before long if we just give him some time. I'd appreciate if you'd give us some time to get over this trouble as a couple. Please, will you believe in us, Marjorie? As soon as Craig finds a new job, I'll pay you back every last cent of what you lent me. I promise. And as my way of saying thank you, I'll take you and your husband out for a meal. You pick the restaurant. Please. Oh, come on, Nora. I don't need fancy meals out. I just need to know that things are okay for you and my son. But if that's how you want to do things, then I suppose it's not my place to say otherwise. Fine, I'll lend you some money, but only a little. I'll get it ready before you drop Bethany off today. I'll hand it to you when I see you. Thank you so much. Hey, Marjorie. I'm sorry to message you so early. Can you look after Bethany again today? I'll grab that money off you while I'm there too, if you don't mind. Excuse me? Hold on a second, Nora. I already told you I couldn't do today, didn't I? Huh? You did? What was the reason again? I'm going on vacation with the girls from the Senior Citizens Community Group today, and I won't be back until the day after tomorrow. I did tell you I wouldn't be home, right? What? Do you have any idea what kind of a difficult situation this puts me in? I have work today. You have to look after Bethany. Could you cancel your vacation, please? You can't just spring this on me out of nowhere and expect me to cancel. I have had this vacation planned for months now. I can't cancel on the day. So you're telling me your vacation's more important to you than your own granddaughter? I'm serious, Marjorie. If you don't look after her today, I will be in serious trouble. My job could be on the line here. But whose fault do you think it is that I am constantly working like a dog in the first place? Your son's fault, that's who. Well, that's... Anyway, I already left her outside on the front porch. I'm sorry, but I really do have to go now. I'm really counting on you this time, Marjorie. Thanks. What? Nora, no! Wait a second. So, that's what happened. I was sure you turned into a gambling-addicted alcoholic. After losing your job in a corporate restructure, I thought you were forcing your wife to work ungodly hours while taking all of her earnings to fund your whiskey and poker marathons.
Well, this is the first I've heard of any of it. That's the biggest pile of bullcrap I've ever heard in my life. I'm still working in the same old job as always, and Bethany's here at the office with me. I've literally never gambled in my life. Why would you believe such blatant lies?
You're right. Now that I think about it, a lot of what she was telling me didn't make sense, but I suppose I just wanted to trust her, Craig. She is your wife, after all. But the longer it went on, the more brazen her demands became, and before long, she got outright aggressive. I'm sorry, son, I wasn't thinking straight, or rather seeing that girl stood waiting for me outside on the porch like that after making it clear I had plans startled me a little. I had to cancel the vacation I'd been looking forward to for months, and to tell you the truth, it made me angry. And that was when I thought the little girl I'd been looking after all this time was Bethany. Now you're telling me she isn't. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Right. This whole thing has been pretty damn chaotic for you, huh? Hold on tight, okay? I'm gonna have a word with the boss about clocking out early today. I'll be over at your place in a jiffy, alright? Then, I'm gonna get some answers out of my lying wife. You just wait. I'm gonna come down on her like a ton of bricks, I promise you. We'll get to the bottom of whatever's going on here real soon. Nora, what are you doing right now? There's something I need to talk to you about. Is now a good time?
What do you want? I'm a little busy right now. Would you mind waiting till later?
You sure you can afford to put this off? How about I take this kid you've been leaving with my mom to the cops?
Huh?
Ma told me everything. I found out you have a part-time job. I also found out that you work so many hours there you had to keep leaving Bethany with my mom. Back when my company said we could leave Bethany at their in-house kindergarten, and I suggested you look for part-time work to garnish the finances, what with having more free time on your hands, you insisted on carrying on as a stay-at-home housewife, didn't you? You were awfully stubborn, too. So imagine my shock when I find out you've been working a part-time job behind my back for the last few months.
Wait a sec. No, you're wrong. This is all a big misunderstanding.
Which part am I misunderstood about exactly? You need to explain what the hell is going on here, Nora, because it doesn't look good from where I'm standing. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'll be hiring a private investigator to confirm everything for me later, so there's no use lying. If you're honest with me now, maybe there's still a chance, but if you insist on lying, I swear I'll never forgive you.
Fine, I'll tell you everything. Just don't get the police involved. If you do that, his wife will find out.
His wife? Whose wife?
The little girl I've been leaving with your mom. She's my boyfriend's daughter.
What the hell? Your boyfriend's daughter?
I'm so sorry. Listen, Craig, the truth is, I've been cheating on you this whole time.
What? Cheating? On me? What the heck? Since when?
Since about half a year ago when Bethany started her settle-in period at your company's kindergarten. I got really lonely at the house without you or Bethany around. It was around that time I hit it off with a guy I met on social media. We started meeting up a little while back, a coffee here, a meal there. You see, his wife's a career woman, and his role is more like the house husband, which meant he normally stayed home and looked after their daughter while she worked. But the kid was nothing but a nuisance whenever we went on dates, so we had to leave her somewhere. That's where your mom came in. I figured she hadn't seen Bethany much lately, and my boyfriend's kid is a girl, plus she and Bethany look kind of similar, so I didn't think she'd notice. Which is why I lied to your mom that my boyfriend's kid was Bethany and asked her to look after her.
What the hell? What in the holy frickin' spirit's name am I even reading?
I lied about having a part-time job too. The truth is, I was out on dates with my boyfriend. His wife got dispatched to Seattle on a super short-notice business trip today. So he was all on his own since first thing this morning. He offered to take me out for a drive, and that's why I was in such a rush.
So that's why you were so desperate to dump that random kid on my mom's doorstep. To go out driving with your lover. Then the truth finally came out when my mom reached her wit's end and messaged me demanding an explanation. You disgust me more than words can express. Did you seriously think you could get away with this forever? You're lucky you were able to pull the wool over our eyes for as long as you did with a lie this bare-faced. I guess we share some responsibility for letting you fool us for 3 whole months, too. Anyway, let me get this straight. By the time I suggested you started looking for work back then, you already cheated on me?
Yes, the money I borrowed from your mom, it was so I could keep going out on dates with my boyfriend.
You're the worst. Despicable. Filth in human form. I can't believe this. You left your boyfriend's kid with my mom so you could cheat on me.
But I told you, Craig, I was lonely. What did you expect? You left me home alone all the time, but a woman has needs, Craig. Needs. Besides, I didn't feel confident I could find a job. I have a big gap in my resume from these years spent looking after Bethany, and I never was much of a people person anyway. You could never understand what I was going through. But my boyfriend was different because he understood me. He understood everything. Do you have any idea how hard I've been working on keeping on top of things at home and raising Bethany all this time? Surely the least I deserve is a little break to let my hair down every now and then. Anyway, what's the problem? Your mom got to play with her granddaughter, didn't she? She loved having her. You should be grateful. It's not like I was causing anyone any trouble.
You have the nerve to get angry with me. And please, how is this not causing trouble for my mom? Do you have any idea how angry she is with you? She didn't get to play with her granddaughter. She got to play with your boyfriend's kid while you were out getting piped.
Well, if she's angry, maybe she shouldn't have unquestioningly agreed to look after her every time I asked her all this time. You can hardly blame me if I took her for granted a little. Not only that, but she gave me money whenever I asked for it. If your mom knew how to say no, none of this would have happened. Your mom made me this way. I mean, seriously, who forgets what their own granddaughter looks like? Sure, you could make the case that I'm partially at fault here, but there's no way I'm the only one in the wrong.
I've heard enough of this crap. Don't bother coming home.
Huh?
You're out driving with Loverboy at the minute, right? Well, don't bother coming home. We're getting a divorce.
What? No, please don't do this. I'm begging you, baby. Can't we just talk this through like mature, responsible adults before making hasty decisions in the heat of the moment? Don't throw away what we have. I don't want a divorce.
I don't care what you want. I can't stay with someone like you. I'll never be able to trust another word that comes out of your mouth.
Jesus, Craig, all I did was cheat on you once. It's hardly the end of the world. Surely you can forgive me this one time. Bethany's still a baby. She needs both of her parents. Divorce will ruin her childhood. How could you be so selfish?
Yeah, you're right. Bethany does need both of her parents, which is why nothing you're saying right now makes any sense. You got some nerve to play the doting parent card when you spent the last 3 months gallivanting around and eating at fancy restaurants with your boyfriend, using the money in the savings account we set up for Bethany's college fund.
Well, that was,
That money was supposed to be for our daughter's future. That money was there to ensure that she had the best shot in life we could possibly give her. But you spent all of it behind my back. You know, I kind of had a bad feeling when I was on my way to my mom's place after she messaged me. So I checked on the savings account. I could barely believe what I was seeing. I saw you'd been withdrawing it in huge chunks ever since around the time your affair started. Now, our daughter's future fund contains a grand total of $3.
No, that was,
I did wonder what the hell you could have been spending it on, but I never thought it would be an affair. You know, I think I would have preferred if you'd been using it to buy expensive branded bags or accessories or anything but that. It's the betrayal that stings the most. I can't believe you spent the money we were saving up on our daughter's future to fool around with your lover. You have no right to call yourself a mother.
No, wait, you've got this all wrong, I swear. Please, won't you just hear me out?
There's no value in listening to a word you have to say. Me and Bethany won't be coming back to the house for a little while. You know where my mom lives, so we won't be going there either. There's no point in looking for us, so don't bother. If you have anything else to say to me, it goes through my lawyer. Do I make myself clear?
Please, wait, I'm begging you. Craig, please, I'm serious. Wait, I can't bear to lose you.
As for your boyfriend's kid, my dad took her to the nearest police station 2 hours ago. Apparently her mom's already on the way out to collect her.
Oh my god, what?
Looks like your life's about to get seriously rough, Nora. Anyway, I have nothing more to say to you. This conversation is over. All communications go through my lawyer from now on. If you message me, I'll block you. Goodbye. After that, I rented a weekly apartment for me and Bethany to stay in while we got back on our feet. Predictably, Nora attempted to launch an assault on my mom's house, but like I already told her, we weren't there. Given how furious my mom and dad were with her, showing up at their house wasn't the smartest move. My dad stormed outside, exploded in anger with the rage of 1,000 suns, and promptly sent her on her way. A crumpled, dispirited mess. A few days later, we all sat down with our lawyers to hash things out. Both Nora and her boyfriend ended up being charged massive sums in compensation and child support by both me and her boyfriend's wife. As for custody of Bethany, I won it, after a short legal battle in court. After that, Nora and her boyfriend moved into a cheap apartment in the rough part of town. Last I heard, they're both juggling several jobs in a desperate attempt to come up with crazy amounts of compensation they owe us. According to the neighbors, their apartment is a constant war zone. I guess the stress of having no choice but to work several jobs they hate has them constantly at each other's throats. I was getting messages begging for help every day. But of course I blocked her. Can you believe she palmed someone else's kid off onto my mom while she was out cheating on me? I swear, you couldn't make it up. Hopefully, she uses this as an opportunity to self-reflect and become a better person. Oh, and to pay me my compensation, of course. As for my family, we all moved house to permanently eliminate the risk of Nora ever showing up on our doorsteps again. I don't know whether it was due to the upheaval, but Bethany did seem a little stressed for a while. Thankfully, she's back to her bubbly old self now. My daughter is my #1 priority, and I'll do whatever I can to make her happy. Thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to prove what a boss you are by liking and subscribing. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We can't wait to see you again next time.
Hey, Mom. Are you okay? Dad's funeral's about to start. Where are you?
Oh my, I didn't realize the time.
Please, get over here as soon as you can. We can't start without you. While Dad was sick, I took care of him the whole time. So at least help out now that he's gone. It's the least you can do, Mom.
All right, hold your horses. You're always so impatient. Sandy, pick up, would you? Where did you disappear to? I said I wanted to talk to you after the funeral. Why didn't you wait for me?
I just took Uncle Frank to the airport. They just boarded the flight back home. I just got back to the parking lot. I'll be back in about an hour.
An hour, huh? Why didn't you just wait until later in the evening?
They already have reserved their tickets. May take more than an hour if traffic piles up.
Well, that's way too long. I was going to tell you in person, but let's get it over with right here online.
Huh? What's this about?
I want you out of the house ASAP.
Excuse me? You're kicking me out of my own home? Dad passed away, for God's sake.
Yeah, okay. Take a few days to mourn then. But I want you out by the end of the month.
Seems a bit sudden. Can you explain why? I mean, the timing and all. Nobody to take care of Dad anymore, so you kick me out?
Yeah, well, you're certainly not the brightest bulb of the lot, so I suppose I have to explain it all to you in the simplest of terms. First off, I want you to reject all claims to your father's inheritance.
Dad's inheritance? Do we really have to talk about that now? Shouldn't we hold off on that for now? I mean, in respect to Dad, now's not the time, Mom.
We're family, so I don't think all that matters. Your father is gone, and we no longer need a nurse to take care of him.
So, you want me to give up all claims to Dad's inheritance and just leave, is that it?
That's right. You have no job, so you took it on yourself to look after your father as a nurse for the sole purpose of gaining an upper hand when it comes to splitting the inheritance. Well, sorry to break this to you, but that's not going to happen.
Wait. Are you saying I'm unemployed?
Yeah, you were constantly going on about how it was so hard taking care of your father that you had no time for work. I knew what you were scheming all this time. I bet you were hoping to just keep on living here rent-free. But no way that's going to happen. Just refuse any claim to the inheritance and get out of the house by the end of the month.
This is too much to contemplate right now. We can talk later after I get home.
Pardon me?
Mom, you're acting as if you've achieved some kind of decisive victory or something, but I get to stay at least till the end of the month, right? You do realize that it takes time to do all the paperwork for this inheritance stuff. We can't just talk about it over a line and be done with it. It's more complicated than that, and it takes time.
Well, yes, I suppose so.
Okay then, I'm on my way back right now. Hey Dave, thanks for coming to my father's funeral today.
Sandy, you must be tired from all the hard work today.
Sorry about this. Why is it that we only meet on such occasions? We really should date under different circumstances, lol.
Don't worry about it. I knew what I was getting into when I started going out with you. So, does this mean we're over the hard part and things will be normal going forward?
Yes, I suppose so.
What do you plan to do from now on? I know you don't want to go and live with your mom.
Yes, as I mentioned before, she's really not my mom. She's my stepmom. Dad married her like 10 or 12 years ago. I just call her mom out of courtesy.
So, does that mean you have to start looking for a place to live?
Yeah, that's why I contacted you. My stepmom, wants me out of the house by the end of the month.
You're not serious, really?
She also wants me to refuse all claim to my father's inheritance.
For real? What kind of person is she? Your father just passed away, for Pete's sake. You took care of your dad for almost 10 years. She didn't lift a finger to help, and she has the gall to make such demands.
Yeah, well, I really don't care about that. I was always planning to move out anyway. As a matter of fact, I was making preparations to move all these years. And about the inheritance, I never expected to receive anything.
Yeah, you told me, but to believe that yourself and to have someone say to your face, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
All good? You make it sound so simple.
That aside, I contacted you for a little advice. I know you work in real estate, so I figured you would be the best person to talk to.
Got my advice on real estate.
Yeah. We can talk more about it when we meet up. Do you have some time this week?
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll keep my evenings open, so when you have time, give me a holler and we can meet up.
Right. Thanks, Dave.
Hey, Sandy, I know you're seeing this. It's the last day of the month. Are you all packed and ready to move out? You better be. It would be great if you could move out today.
Oh, hey, Mom. Yeah, I was gonna leave later this afternoon.
I know you're well aware of the situation, but just so you are crystal clear about it, the entire inheritance, it all belongs to me. You do understand that, right?
We did all the paperwork together, remember? I wish you would quit reminding me about it every time we talk. Also, I don't plan on coming back to this house ever again.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's good to hear. I'm surprised you were able to move out on such short notice. Did you find a live-in job or something? Bet it's some sort of live-in maid or nursing job. I guess that's all you're good for.
The moving people are going to get here pretty soon, so I better get ready. Yeah, I'm going to take Dad's ashes. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, whatever. You're not going to ask me to help you move now, are you? Sorry, but I don't have the time. Your father left me a little play money, so I think I will go have a little fun downtown. LOL. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I have reverted to my maiden name, so I have zero connections to your family and relatives. We are total strangers now, just so you know, LOL. You are no longer my daughter, just a stranger.
Oh, okay, no problem.
If you have any financial problems in the future, I don't want you coming to me for help.
Yeah, I get it. Buzz, buzz.
Sandy, what's this about? They told me they are going to sell this house and they want me out of it ASAP? What the hell is going on? This is my house. Nobody can kick me out.
Hello, Mom. Helen. It's been a while.
Excuse me?
It is Helen, right? We're not related or anything. Seems weird calling you Mom. Do you have a problem moving out of that house?
Of course there's a problem. Why do I have to move out of my own house, for God's sake?
But you submitted those papers. You reverted to your maiden name, and you have nothing to do with our family anymore, right?
But I inherited all of your father's inheritance. Nobody can demand that I move out of this house. This house is mine.
That's strange. That can't be right. That house has been in my name for the past 8 years. I own the deed to that house.
Wait, what did you just say?
It was about the time that my father's health deteriorated and he would need care for years to come. My income at the time was pretty stable, so Dad had the deed to the house put in my name.
Pardon me?
I recall we talked about this with the lawyers present years ago.
Are you nuts? You're not employed.
I'm surprised you didn't know, actually. I am employed. Self-employed, that is. I'm a writer.
A writer? What are you talking about?
I don't want to brag or anything, but I have royalty payments, enough to live on. Making monthly payments is actually not a problem.
Royalty payments?
It was hard being a writer and also taking care of my dad, but by the time Dad needed regular care, my royalty payments were quite substantial, and so it wasn't such a burden. It wasn't easy, don't get me wrong, but I made it through those years.
Are you serious?
What I really wanted to talk about is the house. If you plan on living there, well, you're gonna have to start paying rent. If that's what you want, we need to draw up some paperwork, lease agreement and all.
Pay rent? How much is rent?
I talked to a local real estate agent, and he told me the average rent for that area is about $2,000 a month.
Are you serious? $2,000? I can't pay that much. I checked his bank account, my inheritance, and there was only $20,000 in there. I was expecting 10 times as much. What a total letdown.
Oh, now I remember. When we were all talking with the lawyer, you were only half listening to his explanation. I recall the lawyer saying it was only about $20,000.
My mind was somewhere else at the time. I was set on buying this one collector's item I was eyeing for a long time. I couldn't believe that he only had $20,000 in his account. What's going on?
Well, you have to consider that I nursed him for 10 years. All that adds up, you know. My dad worked his way up to a district manager, but was forced to retire when he got sick. All his nursing care was paid for using his savings. That also paid for your living expenses. You were a housewife all those years, so no income.
Excuse me? No wonder there was only $20,000 left in his account. That can't be right. So, that's all that's left?
All I can say is, you better make that $20,000 last as long as possible, or find a job ASAP. You're still in your 40s. You could find a job quite easily at your age.
I used all that up already. That was gone as soon as I got hold of it.
Excuse me? You spent it already?
Yeah, I bought some nice bags and went on that trip last week. Plus, I went out on the town a few times. I had no idea that I only had $20,000. I used my credit card without thinking, and when I realized it, I was overdrawn. My card was rejected.
Oh, I see.
What the hell am I going to do from now on?
All I'm asking is that you move out of that house, that's all. I don't recall you ever acting like my mother.
Pardon me?
When I was in school, you never gave me any allowance. I made do with my part-time job at the library. As for meals, like dinner, it was me or my father that prepared it practically every night. And you know what? I don't recall one time you ever cooked for us. I did all the house chores too, like the laundry, and I even mowed the lawn in the summer. And what's more, you never bothered to take care of my dad all those years. After all, these years of doing nothing, can you still call yourself my mother? It was me that held this family together, if I can even call it a family.
Sandy, can we talk about this? I mean, after all.
The lease runs out at the end of the month, so I suggest you start packing, unless you want to rent the place.
Oh, I have an idea. Let me live with you until I work things out. We are family. It's the least you can do. What do you say?
I'm sorry, that's impossible.
Excuse me? Why?
Well, because I'm living with my boyfriend now.
A boyfriend? Are you serious? When did you get a boyfriend?
I better get going. I have a lot to do today.
Wait, Sandy, let's talk this through. I have nowhere to go. I don't even have a hometown or relatives to go back to. Sandy, are you still there? Are you serious? Did you already block me? Please, Sandy, help me out here.
My dad saw all this coming and urged me to use his savings as I saw fit. My stepmom continued to stay at the house, thinking she had the right. But once she learned from our lawyer that she was illegally trespassing on private property and she'd be charged with a crime, she got out of there pretty quickly. I heard she found a live-in job somewhere out of state. But all those years of living off my father and not working, things apparently didn't go so smoothly. On the first day of her job, she came in late and continued to do so numerous times afterwards. She certainly didn't make any friends. On the other hand, she couldn't understand why she was being shunned. I can't imagine the stress she's going through. But what makes it even worse is that she borrowed money from some disreputable sources, and I hear she's in really hot water.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey there, Kelsey. I heard you're going to Costco soon. Is that true? Take me with you. They have that membership system, right? People who aren't members can't go shopping there unless they have a member with them. But, membership costs, what, $50 a year or something? I don't want to have to pay that much just to get in, so I've been looking for someone I know who is a member to take me. I am so lucky to have a friend like you. Nora, what are you talking about? What? Do I have to explain your own membership to you? You only need to have one member in your group in order to get in, so we'll be fine as long as you're with me. I don't know where you heard it from, but I don't actually have a membership there. But I heard you were going. My son heard your son talking about it at daycare the other day, so don't bother hiding it. The cat's out of the bag. Do you believe every story that your 4-year-old son tells you he overheard at school? What are you saying, Kelsey? Are you calling my son a liar? How dare you say such a thing about my boy? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that I'm not planning on going to Costco right now. And I'm also not a member. That's all. Oh, sure you're not. I definitely believe you. You're super bad at hiding things. Remind me never to let you in on any plans for surprise parties. Hey, you might as well be wearing a t-shirt that says, "Hey everyone, I'm going to Costco." I'm not hiding anything. I don't have anything to hide. I'm not going to Costco. Seriously, what is going on with you? It's next Sunday, isn't it? And everyone's meeting on the west side of the parking lot. How many times do I have to tell you this? I'm not going. There will probably be a line of people waiting to get in, so make sure to show up early. Oh, and bring a few freezer bags, would you? I am not going. Hey, Crystal, sorry to bother you so late. Do you have a minute? I have some information that I think you might want to hear. Don't worry, it's not that late. I was just watching TV. What's the matter? You said that you were going to Costco with your family this weekend, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Why? What time this weekend? We still haven't made a decision on the time. We're going back and forth between Saturday and Sunday. Did you want to come along? That would be fine with me. It's been a while since we've spent time together outside of picking our kids up from school. Nah, I'm good. I had other plans this weekend, but yeah, like I was saying, about that Costco trip, I thought you might want to know something. What is it? You know Nora, right? The woman from daycare? She's, probably going to be at Costco on Sunday. Oh, really? I didn't think she had a membership there. Well, that's just the thing, she doesn't. For whatever reason, she has the idea in her head that I'm a member and that I'm planning to go on Sunday. She texted me earlier today inviting herself to come along with me. I tried, multiple times, to explain that I'm not a member and I'm not going this weekend, but she just wouldn't hear it. Wow, what is wrong with that woman? After she sent me that text, I thought I remembered you saying something about going this weekend. And I know that if she met up with you, there's 100% chance she'd try to get you to pay for her stuff with a promise to repay you, which there is also 100% chance that she won't do. Believe me, I've heard the stories too. Thank you for letting me know. She mentioned that she was going to be there in time to get in line before the store opens on Sunday. In that case, I'll be going on Saturday. I honestly don't mind bringing non-members along just so they can get in and buy stuff, but I don't feel like adding myself to the list of people who've paid for Nora's shopping when she suddenly realizes that she forgot her wallet. Oh, but don't worry, she'll pay you back in a few days for sure, a week tops, and then she avoids you until you forget or give up trying to collect. You would be shocked at how many people I've heard that exact same story from. And she always has her own cart full of stuff when she does that. I heard from one person who said she ended up paying around $500 for Nora's stuff. Of course, she never got that back. She's legendary in a very bad way. Yep, if she's going on Sunday, then I am definitely going on Saturday. I'll probably invite my sister too, just so I can max out the number of people I can bring with me. I'm trying to remember, is it that one member can bring up to 2 guests? Is that how that works? One of my husband's friends is coming along with 2 family members in a van to help us bring our stuff home, so that leaves us with 1 more person. Oh, and for the record, people under 18 don't count towards the total. Well, Nora's mentally a child, so maybe she might try to get around the rules that way. Ugh, don't scare me with a possibility like that. Thanks for the info, Kelsey. No problem, Crystal. Oh, Kelsey! I'm here at Costco waiting for you. Where are you? I made the ultimate shopping list for today. It's going to be great. I'm going to shop till I drop. They have a bunch of stuff in stock right now that you just can't get anywhere else. Thanks so much for letting me tag along. Oh, by the way, you guys are driving your car here, right? My house isn't too far, so I walked over here, but... Well, with all the things I'm planning on buying, it's going to be way too much to carry home all by myself. So I'm planning on having you take me home. So make sure you leave enough space for me and my stuff in your car, okay? They're opening soon, so hurry up and get over here. Kelsey, what on earth are you doing? The store just opened and you're not here. You know I can't get in without you here. I'm not a member. Seriously, what's going on over there? I know you guys are coming, so... Hey, wait a minute. Don't tell me you went in without me. Oh my God, Kelsey, how immature can you be? Well, mark my words, I'm gonna get inside one way or another. And there it is. I am officially inside the store, Kelsey. I found someone who came by themselves and went inside with them. All I had to do was walk a few steps behind her and tell the greeter I'm with her, and they didn't ask me any questions. But remember, I'm still having you drop me off at home on our way out, so don't forget about that. Let's meet up. What section are you guys in right now? Good morning, Crystal. So you went to Costco yesterday, right? Good morning, Kelsey. Yep, we got all our shopping done yesterday afternoon, and we didn't run into Nora while we were there, so don't worry. Yeah, about her. Looks like she's actually inside and shopping right now. Oh, for the love of... Are you serious? Yep, she still thinks that I'm a member, and she's still sticking with her plan to go shopping together with me. And when she couldn't find me, I guess she snuck in by pretending to be together with someone who was there by themselves. Yuck, what a creeper. Well, as long as she's not bothering me, it's not really my business. Right? That's just so creepy. She's like some kind of a stalker. Just thinking about her doing that gives me the chills. But you were super clear about telling her you weren't going, right? Yep, I didn't mince words. Then I guess there's no reason for either of us to lose any sleep over what she's doing right now. I know. Plus, I'm not even at home, and I haven't been since yesterday. Again, Kelsey, I really can't thank you enough for telling me about Nora. Before I got my hands on that information, we were actually leaning toward going first thing this morning. I really dodged a bullet. I owe you one, so I bought you a case of those chocolate muffins you like. Well, you didn't need to do that. But I do want to get my hands on those muffins as soon as possible. I gotta go now, so I'll talk to you later. Bye, Kelsey. Take care. Kelsey, where are you? I'm done waiting for you, so I'm just gonna grab a cart and start shopping. If you want to find me, I'm gonna start by looking at the TVs first. I've been thinking about getting a new one. The one I have is almost 3 months old. It's practically a fossil. If you want, though, we can do all our shopping separately. Want to just meet up at the cash registers in about 2 hours? Yeah, that might work the best for the both of us. This way we won't have to spend time looking for each other and can focus on shopping. Okay, see you in 2 hours then. How's the shopping going, Kelsey? It's been 2 hours. Time to check out. Oh my God, I have so much stuff I'm gonna buy. I had to go out and get a second cart. I'm at the cash registers right now, and the lines are getting pretty long. I think I'll go ahead and line up before it gets any more crowded than it is now. Huh? You're still in the store, Nora? Of course I am. It's about time I heard from you. Hurry up and get over here. I can't pay without you, Kelsey, so move it. Why do you need me? You know how to pay for things. Don't play dumb, sweetie. You're the one who's the member, and you invited me along, didn't you? Common courtesy dictates that you are the one who has to pay for everything. Don't worry, I didn't buy too much. It's only gonna come to about $2,000. $2,000? Yeah, that's only an estimate, though, so it might be a couple $100 more than that. Anyway, hurry up and come to the checkout lanes. Nora, I have told you 1,000,000 times now that I do not have a Costco membership. That's not what my son told me. Yeah? Well, I talked to my son about Costco, and you know what he said to me? What's Costco? He had no idea what it even was. Your story doesn't make any sense. But my little Joey told me that your boy Aiden said you were going to Costco on Sunday. He has a very good memory. He'd never make a mistake like that. Wait, Aiden? My son's name is Jaden. Jaden? But I thought Jaden was Crystal's boy. No, Jaden is my son. Crystal's son is named Aiden. What? Did you get the two names mixed up? Well, I mean, they're practically the same name. Yeah, I have to admit you do have a point. Maybe I should have picked a less trendy name. But if that's the case, that means that Crystal's going shopping today. She should be here now. Oh, thank goodness. No, Crystal and her family are at home right now. They are? They were planning on going today, but ended up going yesterday instead. Last minute change of plans, it happens. Yesterday? Yes. Just to recap, Crystal and her family went shopping yesterday. They are not there right now. They are at home and not at Costco. Understand? What? That can't be. I'm gonna give that woman a piece of my mind the next time I see her. I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why not? This is all her fault. If she wouldn't have given her child such a trendy, overused name, I wouldn't have gotten it mixed up with whose kid was whose, and none of this would have happened. It's her fault. Are you really sure you want to pick a fight like that with a relative of your husband's boss? What? My husband's boss? Christy's younger sister, Misty, is your husband's boss. She is? I thought you were aware of that. Ugh, fine. Then I need you to come down here immediately. Can't. Why not? I'm at my cousin's wedding today. My whole family left the house yesterday, and it's a pretty long drive away. Oh no. We'll be back tonight, but it's gonna be really late. So yeah, I can't come. This is terrible. What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do about it? How many times did I tell you that I do not have a Costco membership, and I did not have plans to go to Costco today? You ignored me every single time I tried to set you straight, went by yourself to Costco, followed someone else in, spent 2 hours shopping, and you want me to clean up your mess for you? This is all your own fault. And to top it all off, you're actually treating me and Crystal like we're to blame somehow. But my husband's calling me. I have to go. Hey, wait! Kelsey, how am I going to pay for all this stuff? It's over $2,000. I have 2 whole carts full of stuff, Kelsey. Kelsey! Kelsey! Nora was standing in line the whole time she was texting me to come and bail her out, so she had quite a line of unhappy customers built up behind her. As soon as she realized that she wasn't going to be able to pay for the stuff she picked out, she left the massive, overflowing carts full of merchandise right there on the spot, and started heading for the door when she was promptly stopped by a store employee. She apparently brought her 3 kids with her to the store, and they had been up to quite a bit of mischief while she was busy shopping. They were eating cookies from the bakery area, taking toys out of their boxes, throwing clothes on the floor. It was an awful mess. Naturally, she was expected to pay for everything they had eaten or damaged, and when her husband got there to bail her out, he was not happy. That was the beginning of a fight that led to their divorce, and she was such a mess at the custody hearing that the judge gave her husband full custody of all their children. She tried to move back in with her parents, but they had long since had enough of her antics, and they kicked her out onto the curb. The last I heard of her was that she was working some part-time job and living in subsidized housing while barely being able to make her child support payments to her husband each month.
Hey, babe, I'm gonna go out drinking with my coworkers tonight, so don't wait up for me.
What? Why?
What do you mean, why? They invited me out to drink, so I'm gonna go drink. Simple as that.
That's not what I'm talking about. We had an agreement. We were going to sit down tonight to talk face-to-face about our plans for the future, Roy.
Did you not hear me? I said they invited me. Do you expect me to turn them down?
Yes.
Tell me, Michelle, who's the one providing you with the lifestyle you have right now?
What? I have no idea what you mean.
Okay, you're having trouble, so let me ask you another way. Whose name is on the lease for the lovely apartment you're living in?
Yours? But what's your point? We split both the rent and living expenses 50-50.
But it's my apartment. I am the one, out of the kindness of my heart, allowing you to live here.
Allowing is an odd way to speak to your live-in girlfriend.
Think about your position. Your parents are both dead. You have no siblings. In other words, if I ever got tired of having you around, you'd have nowhere else to go. You might want to think about that a bit before you start giving me any crap about anything.
What are you trying to say, Roy?
Oh, come on, Michelle. You're not that dumb. You know fully well exactly what I'm saying to you.
All right, then. I guess I'll go ahead and ask what I was going to ask you to your face tonight, right now.
What do you want?
We've been seeing each other for 10 years now, Roy. When are you going to start thinking about marriage?
Huh?
Plus, we've been living together for 3 of those years. I mean, you and I are both turning 30 next year.
Wait, do you want to marry me?
Again, we've been dating for 10 whole years. Our relationship is pretty stable, and we've managed to come this far, just kind of like going with the flow or something. But I think I've waited long enough. I want to hear it directly from you. What do you want from our relationship?
What are you getting so anxious about? I don't see any reason to rush into anything.
You might feel that way, but I don't. It's clear that we have very different views on marriage and family, and I think we should sit down and flesh those differences out face to face.
Yeah, how about in 10 years after I've had my fun?
Roy,
Hey, it's not like I don't want to get married or anything. It's just that, there's a lot of stuff that a guy can only do when he's single. And it's the same in the reverse. There's some stuff that you can only do once you're married. Once we're married, then I'll start thinking about having kids, raising kids, planning for the future, all that stuff. I can't get married yet. There's still so much single guy stuff that I want to do. If I got married now, it would ruin my whole life.
Okay, and you say you need 10 years to do all that single guy stuff?
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you understand, babe.
Right. You'll want to get married 10 years from now. Got it.
I'm glad you came to see my way of thinking, Michelle. I'm glad we took the time to sort things out. This really was a great idea. And trust me, I totally get your position. I'm the only one you have. It makes sense you'd want to know how long you have to wait for me. So you just be a good little girl and hang in there. I'll let you know once I'm ready to settle down.
I'm not finished, Roy.
You're not?
When I said got it, I didn't mean, okay, we'll do it your way. I only meant that I understood your position. If I wait 10 years for you, I'm going to be 40 years old.
Yeah, so what?
I want to have a family, Roy.
Okay, so you want kids? I still don't see what your point is. If you want kids, you can have them when you're 40.
Sure, it's possible to have kids at that age, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Well, whatever it is that you're trying to say, it doesn't change the fact that I'm not getting married yet. I've made my decision. I need 10 more years to enjoy life before I lock myself down, and that's final.
So there's no changing your mind then?
Nope. You should be thanking me that I'm only making you wait 10 years. Keep giving me crap and I might make it 20.
I've got an idea. How about you just enjoy your life until the very end?
Huh?
I can't wait that long.
Michelle?
You've made your position clear. You don't see any value at all in marriage and family, but I'm not like you. And if this is how you're going to react to me pouring out my soul to you by completely shutting me out, then I'm not going to wait one more second for you. I'm leaving today.
Whoa, settle down, girl. Is it that time of the month or something?
Goodbye.
Goodbye? As if you had anywhere to go. Whatever, I'll give you some time to cool off. I'm a patient guy, unlike some people I know, so I'll be waiting for when you come running back to me.
Hey there, Morgan. I hate to drop this on you so suddenly, but would it be okay for me to stay the night at your place? I've got quite a bit of luggage with me, so I'm gonna head over there in my car, if that's okay. Uh-oh, Michelle, what's going on? You're more than welcome to spend the night, and I have one extra parking space that you can use. Are you okay, though? I just broke up with Roy. You what? What on earth happened between you two? I'll give you the details later, but here's the rundown. We've been dating for 10 years, living together for 3, and we'll be turning 30 soon. I've tried to talk to him about marriage in the past, but he just kept putting it off and putting it off. I've been wondering how long is he going to keep me waiting? I know, you've talked to me about that before. And, I mean, he's had more than enough opportunities before now. You're 100% right. So I told him outright that I wanted him to come home as soon as possible tonight so we can finally have the talk. But then he blew me off to go drinking with his coworkers. Oh no. He does this all the time. So I went ahead and popped the big question to him via text, and when he gave me his answer, well, I made up my mind. To be honest, I had a feeling this is how it was going to turn out, so I've been packing up my stuff little by little for a while. I told him I was leaving, put my boxes in the car, and, well, that was that. You poor thing. Oh, come on over to my place, Michelle. You need a place to relax. I'll talk to my husband about it. You can go ahead and stay here as long as it takes to find yourself a new place. Oh, and if you need some help looking, one of my friends works at a real estate firm, one of the biggest in town. Thanks, Morgan. You're a really great friend.
Yo, Michelle, what gives? It's been 3 years now. Don't you think this has gone on long enough? Were you waiting for me to reach out to you first before you'd come back? Well, congratulations, here I am. You win. So get over whatever weird thing you're going through and get back over here. Seriously, though, where you been staying all this time? Yeah, we could talk about all that later. I know it'll take some time to pack up your stuff, so I'll give you a month to get ready. And if you get here fast enough, I might just even marry you as a reward. But that's a limited time offer. You better act fast. God, you are one stubborn woman. Fine, I'll compromise for you again. You don't need to move over here. I'll move in with you. Don't worry about telling me your address, by the way. I already know. I just so happened to run into a friend of yours at the bar the other day. You're in that new place over on West Blanchfield Street, right? I gotta hand it to you, you have great taste. Everyone I know has been trying to get a place there since they first put it up. And when we got to talking, they said you bought a condo because you were planning on getting married soon. Man, you must really miss me. You went out and bought a condo for me without even talking to me first. God, women are so effing confusing. First you're all like, oh, I'm angry, I'm leaving. And then you're all like, I love you, Roy, please take me back. Make up your mind, would you? I'll get my stuff over there tonight. Make sure my room is clean, okay? All right, we're gonna get married, so I should say make sure our room is clean, right? Anyway, see you later, babe. Yo, Michelle! Your knight in shining armor has arrived. By the way, what's our room number? I gotta input the room number on this crazy security panel thingy here. Man, this place is super high tech, huh?
Hello, Roy. It's been quite a while, hasn't it?
Huh? Who are you?
I'm Morgan. I'm a friend of your ex-girlfriend, Michelle.
Oh, it's you. Man, that takes me back ages. I ain't seen you in forever. Actually, come to think of it, I think I've only seen you once, right? You stopped by the house one day before heading downtown with Michelle, and then I've never seen you since.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, and just a slight correction. Michelle isn't my ex-girlfriend. She's my fiancée. Ha! Who am I kidding? At this point, you can just go ahead and call her my wife.
You're standing in the security station in front of her building, aren't you?
Ding, ding, ding! We have a winner! We're gonna live here together from now on, so you can feel free to stop by and hang out anytime you want.
Leave. Immediately.
Huh?
You've been trying to get back together with Michelle lately, haven't you? But good grief, I never expected you to try and force your way into her house.
Her house? Are you not paying attention to something? We're getting married, so it's our house.
Michelle got married to my brother, you moron.
What?
Do you have any idea what you've been doing to her the last month? She's been talking to me about how her ex-boyfriend is sending her creepy, delusional texts. She has more than enough on her mind already with being pregnant and everything.
Whoa, being what?
She doesn't need you adding any more stress into her life, so I'm here giving you a message for her so she doesn't have to deal with you.
Back up, Morgan. Michelle is pregnant?
Yes, she's currently pregnant with my brother's child.
That's impossible.
And another thing, that condo belongs to Michelle and my brother.
But...
He bought it to provide a stable and safe environment for Michelle and their child. Neither of them want anything to do with you.
No way. You're full of it. I heard Michelle's friend saying she bought it so she could live there with me.
You're referring to Nancy, right?
Let me think. Yeah, I think that was her name.
She told me that she ran into a weird guy at the bar who kept asking question after question about Michelle. She was super creeped out. Apparently, she let her guard down and told you about her new condo, for which she apologized profusely. But for the record, what she told you is that Michelle is married and her husband bought a condo for them to live in.
Wait!
I guess you had so much to drink at that point that you completely overwrote what she said with your drunken delusions of still having a chance at love.
I can't believe this. I waited 3 whole years for Michelle to come back to me, and this is what I get?
She told you she was breaking up with you. If you were waiting for her, you were wasting your time.
Oh, come on. She was just PMSing on me when she said that.
No, she broke up with you because you were the biggest letdown of her life. And I won't let you pretend that you were faithfully waiting for your prodigal girlfriend to come home. If you were really waiting for her, then why have you been dating a different woman up until recently? And not just any woman, a married woman. Married to your boss, may I add.
What? How did you know that?
Once I heard that you were sniffing around for information on Michelle, I started doing some digging into you myself. Your boss found out about your affair and sued you. You're now underemployed, penniless, and alone. And now you're trying to get back with Michelle to have her bail you out of the hole you dug for yourself.
Hey, come on. I really am in it deep over here. I ran out of money to pay the rent, so they evicted me a few days ago. I got nowhere to go.
Not my problem, or Michelle's problem.
Can you give Michelle a message for me?
No! Now get lost, you pathetic loser! As you've just seen, my best friend Morgan was so concerned about my mental and physical health that she volunteered to get rid of my creepy ex-boyfriend for me. She managed to get some pretty detailed information on his recent trouble, too. While he wasn't fired after it got found out that he had slept with his boss's wife, it was so humiliating for him to be around the office that he resigned voluntarily. His family was already disgusted with him due to how he strung me along for 10 years, only to drive me away. But this was the straw that broke the camel's back. They completely cut him out of their lives and never wanted to speak with him again. With nowhere else to go, he remembered me, the only good thing he'd ever had in his life, and thought he would try to get back together with me. That didn't work out too well for him. Now, with literally nowhere to go, he ended up camping out in local parks for a while. One particularly hot day, he was found beneath a park bench, passed out from heat exhaustion, and taken to the hospital. At this point, I'm not sure if he lost his cell phone, it got stolen, or maybe he just stopped paying his monthly bill. But he never contacted any of his acquaintances ever again after that. I think he's alive, but I don't know for sure, and to be brutally honest, I don't really care either.
Excuse me, Christina, but just what do you think you're doing? I just saw you walking out of the office. Are you leaving already?
Oh, hello there, Miss Carlisle. I hope you had a productive day so far. Yes, I took care of all the work I was assigned for today, so seeing as it's 5 o'clock, I have nothing left to do. I was just about to clock out and head home. Why do you ask?
You think you have the right to just walk out of the office right away at 5?
Yes, I do. I don't have anything else on my plate for today, so yeah, I'm going home.
Hold it right there, Christina. You're not done yet. What about the data I told you to take care of earlier this morning? What happened with that?
Are you referring to the materials you asked me to produce to be used in the presentation for the Slock Spring Industries project?
Yes, obviously. I explicitly told you to have that on my desk by no later than 3 o'clock, but I don't see it anywhere.
I took care of all that before lunch. You should be able to find the data in the shared folder on the company's server.
What?
I spoke to you in person before I went on my lunch break, letting you know it was done, and you looked me in the eyes, nodded, and said, "Thank you." Also, just to make sure, I sent you a message through the company's chat system after I finished my lunch break, and once again you told me, "Thanks, got it."
You did? Oh, well, that's strange. I don't remember that at all.
From the sound of things, I presume you're still at the office, correct? If you could go to your chat window, I believe you'll find all the relative messages in my tab, as well as the file containing the data you asked me for.
Oh, there it is. I guess I must have overlooked it.
Oh, so you managed to find it? Well, I'm glad to hear that. Well then, if there's nothing else, I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your evening, Mrs. Carlisle.
Hey, we're not finished yet.
We're not? I was fairly certain I had addressed all of your concerns. Is there anything else?
Well, you may be finished, but I'm not. And I've been with this company for far longer than you have. What gives you the right to go home when I still have work left to do? You should be staying behind to help me finish my work.
I'm quite certain that using seniority as leverage to force junior employees to stay beyond their contracted hours is a clear violation of the employee harassment policy that our parent company sent out to all its child companies.
How dare you talk back to me?
Additionally, they also sent out a memo encouraging efficient work procedures to eliminate the need for employees to do overtime as part of our cost-cutting measures. So, in just this conversation alone, you have violated both the letter and spirit of both corporate policies. If I may be so bold, I would recommend that you cease behaving this way toward not only me, but all of the other employees in the office. Not only are you contributing to a negative work environment, but if these violations were made known to your quarterly review committee, it would have a serious negative effect on your evaluation. That's just my 2 cents, though. Do with it what you will.
What is wrong with you? Who do you think you are, bringing up those stupid corporate policies to me? Just because you were transferred here from our parent company doesn't mean you're any better than me, and don't you forget that.
I'm sorry, did I give off the impression that I thought I was better than you?
Either that, or you're just a goody two-shoes and a suck-up to the corporate bosses.
I see. Well, I had no intentions of coming off that way, so if that's how I sounded, then I apologize.
And seriously, you're in no position to be giving me lectures about corporate memos or whatever.
I'm not?
No, you're not. Maybe if you were actually someone who mattered to this company, then I might pay a little bit more heed to your tirade right now. Look, I don't know how badly you had to mess up to be transferred here from our parent company, but the second you walked in that door, your experience there completely vanished. Poof, gone. It doesn't mean a thing here. You're no different than any other newbie, low-level employee we hire fresh out of college. I am your superior, and you will do what I say when I say.
For the record, I'm not at liberty to discuss all the details yet, but my transfer here from the corporate office wasn't a punitive transfer.
Oh, sure, of course. You're actually a super-duper important person on a big mission. Yeah, right, no one believes you. It's okay, it happens. They took a big chance on you and you completely failed to live up to their expectations, so they're chucking you somewhere that you can't do too much damage. Just admit it.
By the way, if you're done with questions for me, would you mind if I asked you something?
What now?
Didn't you say you were working overtime right now?
Huh? Yeah, I was, but I'm just about to leave. Why?
I'm fairly sure that the materials for the Slock Spring Industries project presentation were supposed to be submitted to the department manager first thing tomorrow morning.
What? Wait, I thought those weren't due until Friday. I should still have another day to get them finished.
Tomorrow is Friday, Miss Carlyle.
It is?
Are you aware of what day it is today?
Well, let's see. Yesterday was Tuesday, I think.
I'm sorry, but yesterday was Wednesday, today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. Thus, the materials need to be ready by tomorrow morning, as I was saying.
Oh, no. Oh, this is terrible. What am I going to do?
Well, whatever it is you're going to do, I believe engaging in such a long text conversation about irrelevant matters is a less than efficient use of your time.
You little! Why didn't you tell me it was Thursday?
That's what calendars are for. There's nothing in my contract that states I have any responsibility to inform you of what day it is.
Christina, where are you right now?
Good afternoon, Miss Carlyle. I hope you had a pleasant morning. I was just in the middle of eating lunch in the employee cafeteria. Why do you ask?
You're doing what? And where? What makes you think you have the right to use the employee cafeteria?
The fact that I'm an employee of this company isn't enough. My contract clearly states that I have the ability to purchase lunch from the employee cafeteria if I so choose.
Oh, you cannot be serious. All the other employees here were hired by the company directly for their talent. You, on the other hand, were sent here from the parent company because of your lack of talent. We're not the same, and don't think for 1 second you're on our level. Plus, if you've got enough free time to eat lunch, then you should be working.
It's 12:45 right now, and my lunch break lasts until 1 o'clock.
Were you not paying attention just now? Lunch breaks are for employees who matter. You do not. I don't want to see you doing anything that doesn't involve making money for this company. You can eat after work.
Malnourishment on the job doesn't only result in decreased productivity as the day drags on, it can also lead to health episodes resulting in missed work, further reducing company efficiency.
Again, with the back-talking!
In addition to common human knowledge that people are much less efficient when working on an empty stomach, there are multiple studies showing that elimination of lunch breaks in favor of working reduces productivity by more than is gained by the additional hour of work during the day.
What are you?
And most importantly, my contract says I have a 1-hour lunch break from 12 to 1. I won't allow you, or anyone else for that matter, to take my lunch break from me. Now, I'm in the middle of a delicious meal, so if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get back to eating. The chicken soup they're serving today is quite good. I would recommend you giving it a try on your lunch break.
I have had it up to here with your insubordination. I'm coming right over there to teach you a lesson in this company's hierarchy. I hope you're ready for what happens next. Well, Christina, how does it feel? Have you managed to wash all that egg out of your hair yet?
Hello, Miss Carlyle. I hope your afternoon is going better than mine is. Since I have you, can I ask you to explain your actions just now?
Oh my God, you still don't get it?
I can't think of anything I've done to you to merit having a raw egg thrown at me.
I guess you really don't get it then. I bet you still don't understand that you're here because you're a useless flunky either. Is this what got you transferred? Your complete failure to respect your superiors?
I still don't understand what is so inappropriate about taking a break during my break time. I am a company employee, so I have every right to use the employee cafeteria.
I just told you! You barely even count as an employee of this company. You were sent here because you failed. You don't get to eat in the employee cafeteria, and you don't get breaks. Get back to work.
I told you before, my transfer here wasn't punitive.
And I told you before, no one believes that story. Now stop wasting the company's time and money and get back to work.
I was in the middle of my lunch break. It was my time.
You want to eat? Fine. You can wring the raw egg out of your hair into a bowl and drink that.
I took the afternoon off, so I'm going home.
What?
I'm going to have to take a shower to clean up all this egg from my hair, and I'll need to put my clothes in the laundry before they smell like rotten eggs. I obviously can't work like this, so the manager told me I was free to leave.
What about the presentation materials for the Edisburg project that I told you to make today?
From what I understand, making those materials was originally your responsibility. I don't see why you can't simply do your own work for yourself.
But if I can't get you to do them for me, there's no way I'll be able to finish them in time. Christina, you've got some explaining to do. What's the meaning of this? Why am I being suspended without pay?
Do you really need me to explain exactly what you did to deserve that relatively light punishment?
Yes, now explain what's going on right now.
Wow, Mrs. Carlyle, I am genuinely surprised at your lack of self-awareness.
Just what do you mean by that?
You threw a raw egg at me in the cafeteria last week.
Yeah, and what's the big deal with that? I don't deserve suspension for that.
The employee cafeteria was quite busy at that time, which means there were a lot of witnesses. You had quite a few people register complaints with HR about you that day.
What? Those pathetic losers went and tattled on me? Why? All I did was teach a snobby, stuck-up flunky like you your place. You obviously don't know how things work around here.
Even if it weren't for what you did to me last week, you would still have been in quite a lot of trouble as things stood. After seeing your positively shameful behavior in the employee cafeteria, dozens of your coworkers have come forward with complaints about a serious pattern of harassment and abuse by you.
Oh, they're just being dramatic babies.
Is that so? Well then, let me read you a summary of their contents. It seems that for quite some time, you've been using your position of seniority to abuse, harass, coerce, and threaten junior colleagues. In particular, you apparently have a penchant for pushing off work that you should be doing onto them, typically involving threats to their career prospects or direct physical violence.
I'm still waiting for what the problem is. That's just the benefit that comes with seniority. I have every right to use my position to get those children to work for me, and that goes for you, too.
It does? You're going to have to explain that to me.
Obviously, you failed so hard at our parent company that they threw you out like last week's trash. You're lower than even the new hires we took on last week. You're nothing. You don't deserve to be paid for your work here. You should be paying the company for putting up with you.
Listen, Miss Carlisle, I have tried to tell you this multiple times before today, but you just haven't been listening, apparently. For the last time, my transfer here was not punitive. Here you go again with that same old story. If you would simply listen to what I'm telling you, I wouldn't have to say it over and over again like this.
You sure think you're hot stuff, huh, Christina? I mean, what is it with this attitude of yours? You act like you're some sort of corporate policy enforcement officer or something. As if you're actually valuable enough to do that kind of work.
I am the corporate policy enforcement officer.
Huh? You are?
Well, in a way, yes. Officially, your parent company is sending me out to all their child companies to promote employee education systems. But I actually have one more responsibility in addition to that. And that responsibility is to serve as a corporate compliance auditor.
A what?
I'm not the only one, either. There are a number of our child companies which have, as of yet, been unable to meet our cost-cutting goals, and auditors like me have been sent to all of them. And the result of my audit of this company is not good, to say the least. In particular, many of the issues I've discovered center around you, Mrs. Carlisle. You've been with the company for over 20 years now, and you've been taking advantage of that long history in a number of illicit ways. Specifically, you've been pushing off your own work onto more junior employees while you do, well, not much of anything. Even in the company's busiest season, you do multiple hours of overtime every night, but without any noteworthy accomplishments to show for it. Meanwhile, the people you push your work onto actually end up having to rack up hours of overtime that could have been avoided if you had simply done your own work. Do you have any idea how much money you specifically have cost the company by producing all this pointless overtime?
You're a total slimeball, Christina. How could you go around spying on me like this, lying about who you really are and what you're really doing? That's just not fair.
Well, if I were to come out my first day and say, "Hello, everyone, I'm a corporate compliance auditor and I'm here to inspect your company," I don't think that would be very helpful to my mission. I suppose you could consider me as something of an undercover agent. Undercover operations are often the only way to uncover wrongdoing, so I don't feel as though I've done anything unfair.
But, I mean,
if you'll excuse me, I still have an enormous amount of work to get back to.
Hey!
If you have any further questions about your punishment, you may direct them to your immediate superior at your company.
Hold on just one moment, Christina. If you're really with corporate, then you can do something about this, right? You can use your position to stop me from getting suspended, can't you?
I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, please, Christina, you've got to help me. I'll do anything.
My assignment was to serve as an auditor, and my mission in your company has completed. It's actually not in my authority to do anything about your punishment at all.
Then what am I supposed to do now?
I suppose there's only one thing you can do. Wait patiently for the disciplinary committee to reach their decision on your final punishment. It shouldn't take very long, considering the amount of evidence I provided them with.
I can't believe this.
Enjoy the rest of your day. After that, while Mrs. Carlisle was able to avoid being fired, she was still sued by two of the junior employees she'd been harassing. And when she couldn't bear the shame of working with the people she was making monthly lawsuit settlement payments to, she quit voluntarily. It seems she's having a difficult time finding a new job. I hope for her sake that she finds something soon, however, because those settlement payments must be having an impact on her finances. As a result of my audit, the leadership structure at that company was given a massive shake-up. We've also brought in skilled technicians for new employee training. And with that, my time as an auditor has come to an end. I still have 3 months left on my assignment here, and when that's finished, I'll be in the running for a promotion. I hope to use my experience here in order to make all of our group companies more efficient and provide our employees with positive working environments. Hey, is this the right number? You're that new part-timer that started today, right? What was your name, like Tabitha or something? Yep, you got the right number. You're Megan, right? I remember you from when I exchanged numbers with some of the people around the office this morning. I'm looking forward to working alongside you all. Could I ask what you're texting me about right now? Listen, Tabitha, you've got a lot to learn. I get it. You're young and short on experience, but this isn't some supermarket. This is a real business. You've obviously never worked in a real business before, so let me tell you how your first day is supposed to go. Step 1, buy some donuts for everyone in the office from the store across the street. Step 2, pass out said cakes and introduce yourself. Step 3, get to work. Oh, and you need to run the donuts by me first. I'll make sure you get a decent assortment, and if you didn't, I'll tell you what you got wrong. Then you'll need to buy us another round the next day, this time with the right donuts. Those are the rules around here. I'm a generous person, so I can overlook you getting it all wrong on the first day, but you better make sure to get it right tomorrow, okay? Come by my desk on your break and I'll give you a list of the right donuts to pick up, so make sure you bring a pen and paper. Those are the rules around here? Funny, I didn't see those on my contract. Excuse me? Quite the contrary, that's a workplace harassment policy violation if I ever saw one. And I suppose that's the reason you're texting me instead of saying it to my face. If one of your superiors heard you making such ridiculous demands like that, you'd get called into HR for sure. I would strongly suggest you don't do anything like this ever again, Megan. It won't end well for you. What did you just say to me? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm on my lunch break right now. If you need me for anything work-related, you can talk to me when I'm finished. What's with that attitude? Who do you think you are, part-timer? You might not know this, but I'm actually the most senior employee in this office. I've even been here longer than the manager. That makes me the one who calls the shots around here. And here you are, some part-timer nobody, thinking you can refuse a direct order from me? Okay, well, my generosity has officially run out. Now you're gonna see what happens to uppity brats like you who piss me off. I hope you're ready for what's coming to you. It's go time, Cindy. We're gonna teach that snotty new part-timer how things work around here, good and hard. Huh? The new part-timer? Are you talking about Tabitha? The girl who started this morning? Duh, of course I am. Who else would I be talking about? I don't know, Megan. I was keeping an eye on her this morning, and she really seems like a hard-working, responsible employee. I told her to bring me donuts, but do you see any donuts on my desk? No? Yeah, well, me neither. Donuts? I even agreed to overlook her numerous faux pas toward me in exchange for her bringing donuts to the office tomorrow morning. But do you know what she said? She pulled the employee harassment policy card. What a brat. Wow, that's incredible. Tabitha's pretty young. I'm pretty sure she's in her late 20s, right? On her first day in a new office, a senior employee with 20 years experience makes a demand like that, and not only did she resist, she turned it around on you? She's amazing. I know, right? She really pissed me off. So now I gotta teach her a lesson. We're gonna do the usual routine, the silent treatment. No matter what she says to you, don't say anything back. Don't even acknowledge her. Are you sure that's a good idea, Megan? The company's been cracking down really hard on harassment policy violations these days. What's more important? What some stupid corporate policy says, or what I say? Obviously, it's what I say that counts around here. We're giving her the silent treatment. End of story. Make sure you spread the word around the office. I want everyone on the same page. If you say so. Good morning, Megan. It said in my employee manual that you would be the one giving me my on-the-job training, but you haven't said anything to me since our text exchange yesterday. When I tried to talk to you at your desk earlier, you just ignored me. I was trying to ask you when we would start my training. Let me take a stab in the dark. I'm guessing this is all you're doing, am I right? Everyone in the office has been going out of their way to avoid me. If you don't like me, there's not very much I can do about it. But it seems quite improper to be acting out a personal vendetta against me on company time using company resources. Are you refusing to carry out your assigned task of teaching a new employee the ropes? That doesn't seem very productive to me. God damn it, I can't believe her! Megan, what's wrong? Calm down and talk to me. It's that new girl. How is she doing this? She knows all the procedures, all the paperwork, all the regulations, everything. Are you talking about Tabitha again? Yes. Did someone train her? Was it you, Cindy? No, Megan, it wasn't me. I think everyone is following your orders. Then how is she doing it? How is she navigating our company's complex filing system?
Wasn't she given a manual on her first day? I guess the only explanation would be that she just read it through enough times to remember it all.
She's only been here for 3 days.
Sorry, Megan, that's the only explanation I could think of.
She is really starting to piss me off. Ugh!
Good morning, Megan. I think I've come to understand the hierarchy around here over the last few days. As I suspected, you're the one who's been at the center of the silent treatment campaign, aren't you? You gave the order. Fortunately for me, the work I've been given is all stuff that I can do by myself without any cooperation or assistance from other employees. So it's not having much of an impact on my work. However, that might change if this situation continues.
Cindy, what's going on here? Tell me. How is she doing this?
Megan, you have to be more specific.
She texted me yesterday all high and mighty, saying that she can handle all her work by herself. So I ordered her to get the meeting room ready for the conference this afternoon.
Oh, was that the memo that you put on her desk this morning?
Yes, try and keep up, Cindy. It always takes at least an hour to get all the papers printed and set up the tables and chairs, but I gave her the order just 30 minutes before the meeting started, so there was no way she could finish it on time. But she did. She did it all with time to spare. What is that girl? Seriously.
Well, maybe she's just an incredibly talented young woman.
Cindy, don't even think for 1 second about taking her side against me.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. I wasn't taking her side.
I'm the boss around here. I call the shots. She could be the next Steve Jobs. I don't care. If she doesn't do what I say, when I say, how I say, then she's gone. Got it?
I got it, Megan.
Hey, Cindy, did you hear the big news? Some big shot from corporate headquarters is coming by our office tomorrow.
Oh, wow, really? On such short notice? That's unusual. I wonder why.
Who cares why? This is my big chance.
Chance? For a promotion?
No, my chance to get that snotty little upstart Tabitha fired.
Fired?
We've got to work fast. We're going to come up with all sorts of complaints to lodge against her and get corporate to fire her. She seems to love that stupid employee harassment policy so much. How about we get Marcia to say Tabitha's been body shaming her? She's as big as a whale. They'd buy it.
Megan, don't you think you've taken this a bit too far?
Cindy, listen to me. If you take her side against me, do you know what I'm going to do with you? Just as soon as I finish getting Tabitha fired, you're going to be the next one I put in my crosshairs. Is that what you'd like me to do?
Megan, please, no. My husband just got laid off from his factory job. I'm the only income for our family right now. I can't lose this job. We'd be ruined.
Then you know what you need to do, don't you?
Yeah, I know. Good morning, Megan. Well, it's been 1 full week since I started working here, and you've been ignoring me since day 1.
I've got some great news that I have to tell you, so I'll go ahead and break my own rules just this once and reply to you.
Finally.
In just a few hours, you're going to get exactly what's been coming to you for being an awful little insubordinate brat to me. This is your last chance, Tabitha. Come over to my desk right now, apologize for ever talking back to me, kiss my feet, and beg for my forgiveness. If you do that, I'll let you into my bubble.
Your bubble? Are you talking about Cindy and the other employees at this office?
That's right. They're all good little girls who know their place, so I allow them into my bubble and grace them with my friendship. I can be your friend too, Tabitha, as long as you follow the rules.
Is that so? From the sounds of things, you fancy yourself as above the manager and treat the other employees like servants in your royal court.
I don't treat them like servants. They are my servants. Now that you understand how things work around here, it's time for you to become my servant too. No, I'm pretty sure that sort of an informal hierarchy is a severe violation of the workplace harassment policy. You get that, right? Again with that stupid policy. Don't you get it? That policy doesn't apply around here. This is my office and we follow my rules. Don't like it? Then I'll kick you out. Is that what you want me to do? Because I'd love to do it. I see. Well then, I think I've let this go on long enough. It's finally time to put a stop to it. Huh? Where do you get off talking to me like that? You're nobody. Nothing. You're just a part-timer who's been here for a week. I assume you've heard that a corporate HR representative is going to be in the office today. Am I correct? An HR rep? Is it the corporate big shot who's coming today? Yes. As loath as I am to break with professionality, I have to say I am very much looking forward to the meeting we'll be having. Should be a lot of fun. Fun? What's fun about meetings? Tabitha, you lied to me. You were really part of the corporate HR team all along? What the hell is going on here? Weren't you paying attention to what I said earlier today? I explained everything then. The corporate HR office sent me here undercover to see what was going on at your office. But why, though? Why did they send an undercover agent here? I repeat, I explained that already. You should have been listening. You suspended me without pay. You're opening a disciplinary investigation on me? I was so mad that I just didn't pay attention. I'm sure you're aware that part-time employees at your office have an incredibly high turnover rate, yes? Yeah, what of it? The rate has been high at your branch for quite some time now, a few percentage points above the company-wide average. But 2 years ago, when the previous office manager retired, the turnover rate spiked sky high almost immediately. We decided that we couldn't wait any longer and had to do something, so I was sent to your office as an undercover agent pretending to be a new part-time employee. Corporate cares that much about our office? Well, it is our company after all. It's our responsibility both to our employees and our clients to guarantee a positive work environment. And my investigation is complete. What I found was a truly unfortunate situation. You, despite lacking any sort of managerial authority, use your seniority to threaten, abuse, and harass the other employees in your office. That's not true. You've just been out to get me this whole time. What your youth and inexperience keeps you from understanding is that what I do is called leadership. Go ahead, ask Cindy and the other girls anything you want. They'll all tell you the same thing. Oh, don't worry, we're holding individual hearings with each and every person in the office as we speak. Then I'll be cleared of all these ridiculous allegations in no time. I win, you lose. You have quite an impenetrable self-confidence, don't you, Megan? I'm sorry to say, but that is precisely the opposite of what we are finding. What? We found that all of the other girls in the office do have the same story, but not the one you claim. It seems they've all been threatened by you, but lacked the courage to actually stand up for themselves. Once the big reveal was made, they were all thrilled that they finally had a chance to clear their guilty consciences. A common refrain was that they felt like a massive weight had been lifted off their shoulders. Oh, and by the way, we have a very, very large supply of evidence that you've been harassing the other employees. We've collected hundreds of text messages, hours of video recordings, security camera footage. We have it all. Oh no. For the third time, I already explained all of this in detail. You just weren't paying attention. But nothing. It's over, Megan. You're on unpaid leave while the disciplinary committee meets. I'd say it's a foregone conclusion at this point, but you'll be informed of the final decision they make. That can't be! My work is done, so I'll take my leave now. Enjoy your evening. I worked so hard to gain my position. I had authority, people respected me, and now it's all gone? And it's not just at the office. My husband is divorcing me, and my son said he never wants to see me again. Why is this happening to me? People respected her? I'd say a more accurate way of describing the situation would be that people were in constant fear of reprisal if they didn't cater to her every whim. The disciplinary committee took far longer than they expected, not because it was a difficult decision, just that there was an incomprehensible amount of policy violations to cover. Needless to say, she was fired. After being divorced by her husband, my understanding is that she's currently working multiple part-time jobs to make ends meet. As for the other employees who went along with her harassment campaigns, each of them were dealt with individually and were given punishments in accordance with their respective offenses. Furthermore, the decision was made to permanently close down the entire office. That did result in some difficulties, such as dealing with employee transfers and resignations. But overall, the effect has been a more transparent and positive work environment for all employees in all levels of the company. As an HR professional, it gives me great pride to know that my work has brought clear results to the company. My work isn't finished, though. I'll continue to monitor situations at all other branches to ensure something like this never happens again.